Hello, everybody, and welcome. Hello, friends, and welcome. I'm a guy who smokes weed, and joined with me today, my co-host.
Sunshine, Mexico.
Fuck.
It is
Okay.
me. It is I. He's dying.
Yeah. Okay. You could just re-record that part. Oh, I edit that.
What? What do you mean? What do you mean? We'll
The
keep it. We're
editor.
keeping it in.
The editor.
The editor. Just keep it
The
in.
editor.
It'd be funny. No, just actually put it in the corner and have him dying while we're just moving on.
Welcome, everybody, back to the Ganja Galaxy podcast. I forgot the word podcast.
I had to think
Today,
about that for a second.
we talk about the beautiful Bethesda twins, of course, Fallout and Elder Scrolls, along with many other things that we just have to share about our life and the gaming news sphere, I guess. First off, the Battlefield classes return.
Yes, they did, and honestly, it's a nice change.
It feels good.
It's everything's very readable now. Like, oh, that fucker's a support. They'll probably not res me, but they can do it now. And same with engineer, same with assault, same with recon, and it's nice to be able to know.
I will say it still fucks me up just how inconsistent the class labels have been throughout the Battlefield series.
They really have been.
Like, I hate that we're back. We have support reviving now. It's like it was medic, and then before that was assault. We've combined. We had 5 classes at one point, right? Am I making that up?
No, I think it was always 4. It was
always 4?
It's just one of them was always renamed into something different.
Yeah, we've changed enough times.
Because for Battlefield 3 and 4, I believe it was assault, engineer, support, and recon.
Mm-hmm.
And support was the ammo giver, engineer was
Yes.
the tank destroyer, assault was the medic reviver, and then recon is on top of that building sniping from 100 meters away. So yeah, that's what it normally was. Battlefield 1, I think it was support that was able to now res, and then 5 it was medic. They've named it medic.
I liked that. I really liked medic, support, recon, assault, right? I think that was it.
Yeah, yes.
I
yeah.
liked that. That felt good. You had your standard, you're just like, I want to be a soldier, and then you had your medic, you had your support for and I think it made sense. You have the ammo guy, he has the big LMG, and laying down cover and fire, and then you recon. I mean, obviously recon just never gets touched because it just makes too much sense. There's
Sniper.
no reason to ever touch recon. Yeah, sniper,
Just
recon.
sniper.
It makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah. The breakaway rework was pretty good. I've done some breakthrough on it. It's pretty good.
I have not played that, but I'm excited to.
Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it. It's pretty fun. The fighting over the downed Condor, Condor, is really cool. I like that whole thing because it'd be spoiling it for you, but
It's fine.
when you're playing breakthrough, you're pushing from basically I believe US spawn down. So when you're pushing to the downed Condor, you have to go down into a hole, and everyone's around a circle. Either the enemy's defending their side of that circle or below shooting up, and you're supposed to go in and jump in and get it, which is pretty cool. Just gotta jump down in there and get that Condor.
That's tight.
Man, map's cool though.
I'm excited for new helicopters.
No.
Why
No.
not? Give us
Look,
the Huey.
that the stealth helicopter fucked us up. We don't need any more. Give us
Here's
a
the thing.
bomber.
Give us more transport. That's what I want. I want new transport. I want a new Huey type transport, like little gunners on the sides that could be shot out easily. I want the Huey. It was really what I want. I want the Huey. Let's be real.
Yeah, just bring back the Huey.
Advanced Huey.
Yeah,
It could be call it the Huey, but instead of an E, it's a 3.
the Hue 3.
It's like leet speak.
Yeah,
That's
fuck it.
futuristic.
Yeah, we got the M5A3. We got the C5.
C5.
That's honestly, it's great how there's it's called C5 now. DICE has a podcast talking about 2042, and they answered some questions, and they're looking for feedback over the class changes. They made a change to the extended drum mag, so it's now slower, which I think they should have kept because the heavier the weapon, you should aim down sight slower. But they're reverting those, so they're like listening to the community on that, which is good that they're listening. But they've talked about the newest update will be 4 new guns,
I know.
2 new vault weapons with potential skins and attachments.
Yeah, I heard that there could be more considering the skins and attachments for all the vault weapons.
A new vehicle, which I think it's a transport land vehicle. I might be
I think it's like an
wrong on
APC. I think I took a look, like LAV type thing going on. I think that's the correct term.
And then the new map, which apparently the new vehicle is tied to the new map because the vehicle originates from, I believe, if I remember correctly, the new map is in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Might be wrong on that one, but it's in a country shaped similar to Africa. But I read this like a week ago. I don't remember exactly what country, but yeah, it's like the vehicle is based in this country because it's used in this country pretty frequently, as far as I'm aware, which is pretty cool. Honestly, I'm just excited for any new content, but the fact we're getting potential skins and attachments is really nice.
No, it's definitely feeling a lot better. Obviously, they have time to go, but hopefully, and it like the more that you're doing, it feels like maybe they're really not gonna like just hop off. Obviously, they promised season 5 at least, so there's that. But I feel like maybe we actually might see season 6 and maybe 7, 8. So I've got hope. I've got the hopium. The blimp is we're selling tickets.
Yeah, we're selling tickets for it.
We're not quite up, but we're selling tickets.
Yeah. And well, honestly, it's just exciting to hear stuff. I'm thinking that season 5 might be a testing the waters. Like if it's received well, I think EA might be like, okay, this was received well. People do like this game. Here's another 3 seasons. We'll see where it's at the end of that, and then we can do 4 more. Which, if that's how they do it, honestly, cool. Because DICE said season 5 is continuing the story of 2042, as in we don't know much of the story as of right now.
No.
We had snippets from maps, but like that's it. No. Nordvik is just the weapons manufacturer we're defending. What was Stranded was straight up just we're basically learning about a black market, and that's it with that map. It's a black market with Crawford. And then Exposure was like, hey, Russia thought this was a weapons development thing. We're defending it because it's not, because Russia's attacking because we want to destroy the facility or disable it. And that's all we have from really lore-wise. So, more lore, I'm fine with. I like how this is a prequel to 2142. We already talked a lot about a Battlefield.
Yeah, no, we need to move on.
So, yeah, just excited. I'm pretty sure we both are, and we can just move on.
We're Battlefield fans.
Yeah. I will suck that Battlefield cock, you know?
The next...
Sorry, go on.
The next thing... I mean, really, I just have a fun little story. I went to Niantic, which I work for a catering company, and we catered them. I'm trying to remember. I think they got tamales.
Ooh.
Good taste, I know.
Yeah, big Mexican tamales are
the only thing I could say that tipped me off into that being a game studio is there was a giant Arcanine plushie in a corner. Very cute. That's all I saw. I know it took me a moment because I saw my schedule that I was going to Niantic, and I was like, Pokemon, and I was like, wait a second, that's not Pokemon. That's Game Freak. Game Freak does Pokemon. Like, why did I think Pokemon when I saw that? I forgot they had done Pokemon Go. And that's
still doing Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah, yes.
And Ingress, if anyone has heard about that one.
No, yeah, they have. I looked them up. They did. Yeah, they have their other.
I used to play Ingress a little bit
before Pokemon Go.
Yeah, like actually.
Like,
where I used to live, there was like some Pokestops. That's what I'm gonna call them for their old game near me, so I could just walk 5 minutes away, do it, and come back. So yeah, Ingress is cool. Ingress, real quick, is 2 factions, and doesn't really matter which one you choose. It's just like you're trying to connect 3 different locations to each other, and it creates territory essentially. And then one faction can destroy that and get more points. I don't know the story that much. It's just there's two factions and that's it. But it was kind of cool how like, okay, you can battle like, no, this is my territory, and the green will come in, remove it or whatever. But like that's it.
It's like Planetside.
Oh yeah, it's like a AR Planetside, and honestly, that was kind of cool.
That is actually kind of cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, is that it? You just visited
Yeah,
Niantic?
pretty much. It was tight, but nothing much.
Can't believe they only
got
have
their
one
tamales.
plushie in there.
I know. It really like you wouldn't have guessed it was a game studio. I mean, they're a smaller studio. So it's not like
fucking
I know
doing Pokemon, dude. Like
it's true,
that's the
it's
biggest
true.
franchise.
No, I'm sure they could afford some more plushies.
Yeah.
We've got patch notes. You say.
For Minecraft 1.20, to me, Minecraft is a game that we both love. This episode was actually going to be Minecraft related, but we're like, we don't know
Changed
what
it
to
last
do.
minute.
So we changed it. So with we were going to talk about the new update, but it's very little with the new update. I personally think this update is going to be somewhat boring for me personally, but still just neat additions. So I looked up a quick list of it. So the new things added to Minecraft 1.20 is bamboo blocks, so you can now make blocks out of bamboo. A chiseled bookshelf with it, which I think is you can put books in and take books out. Hanging signs, which I think is cool because you have a sign that hangs off of the wall now.
That is nice. That is nice.
Yeah. The sniffer that sniffs out items. I don't know what else it does other than that, and it's spawn egg.
That's like the old guy like at the deli. Oh yeah, he's named. We call him the sniffer.
He sniffs our lunch meats for us sometimes. We don't know why he's here, but he's not causing harm.
He's harmless.
I don't know why this is in the feature thing. A piglin head? That's not a feature. It's just a mob head. A torch flower, which is a new type of flower, which I think might just be a torch. It lights up the same way as a torch. Again, I don't know anything about these. No one's told me anything. I just kind of looked up the feature list here. I've been complaining about this for a while, but we're finally getting archaeology, but it looks like it's nerfed from what we originally saw. So original archaeology was you find a little dig site, you dig out a clay pot, and around it you'll dig out things you can put onto the clay pot. What it looks like this time, which it might still be the same, I'm not entirely sure, but it looks very different, is that the clay pot already comes with like a little stuff on the sides already, and that's kind of it. I'm like, I mean, that's kind of boring, because you could have made an interpretation of a story that happened at this archaeology site. But still cool that we're getting it. I think it's like 3 more blocks. The clay pot, a suspicious sand, and another thing, which, hold on to say here. Oh yeah, a brush to brush off the sand. Changes to the smithing table to customize armor with trims. We can now get armor trimming, which visually is cool. I like the fact that with armor you can like, oh, here's an emerald trim or here's a gold trim. And visually just cool. That's sort of it. A camel. Note blocks play ambient sounds when put with the head on top of the note block. So if you put a zombie head, it'll play the sound.
Can you still change the tone of like the note block to make different
I don't know.
That's my
question. I don't know.
I mean,
we might get that in the we might get that in the snapshot that literally I think comes out tomorrow as of recording this. But like cool, I guess. Camel kind of boring because really what it allows is to transport 2 people on the back of a camel, but it moves slow as far as I'm aware. So it's like, okay, cool. What is it gonna drop? Who knows? Right? What anyways, a new biome, the cherry forest biome, which has cherry trees or cherry blossoms.
Oh, I
trees.
saw a picture of that. It looked pretty.
It does. I just think it's weird how it's its own biome. I think it'd also be nice if the trees could just be in just the normal forest randomly. People have been asking this for like 14 years now, so yay, they're doing it now than like literally never. And I think that's it. And to just be quick about this, my main issue is that there's no main feature for this.
That's true. It's a smaller update.
Yeah. People are like, it's like when Notch would release the Secret Friday updates that added like 2 new things. I'm like, yeah, but They have a large team. They're literally Minecraft.
No, it
Like,
always has felt like they don't release as many things as they probably could or should with the amount of money Minecraft makes. Um, I wonder if they feel that the marketplace is like, maybe that's, they're like, if you want more content, pipe over to the marketplace.
yeah, but Java doesn't have that. That's the thing. In Java
No, that's
is
true. That's
the
true.
biggest
Yeah.
thing for Minecraft.
Is
feel
it
like.
anymore, though?
I don't think so, considering that Bedrock is what everyone plays essentially. But if they really want, most content creators don't play Bedrock, as far as I'm aware. I think the biggest one was legitimately Achievement Hunter, and they played Minecraft for a bit. But I think most other people now is like, here's modded Minecraft, because
I guess my
Minecraft
question
is
here's what I
boring.
imagine. I could be completely fucking wrong, but here's how I feel. You imagine the people that play, for the most part, I mean, not all. Obviously, new people are playing Java all the time. But, like,
Yeah.
I imagine, like, a lot of, like, I feel like there's probably more new people playing Bedrock, like, than Java. Like, for every new Minecraft player, I bet it's more Bedrock. Because I feel like a lot of people, if you've already played Java, I just feel like a lot of older people are playing Java and they've already bought in it, so like there's no money to be made out of me and you basically.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like we obviously come back for updates, but a lot of our content, a lot of our replayability is probably just coming from mod packs. Like mod packs carry, just like like a Fallout game. Like it's I just feel like they're probably, I guess, yeah. I just wonder like how profitable. I feel like, does it make sense to make as these big updates or put money into Minecraft when they have the marketplace doing it for them?
I mean, I'd be fine if they brought the marketplace over to Java.
I would love that.
Yeah, I would. Honestly, I would. Even if the marketplace isn't in Java, just the character creator for Bedrock, add that in. I would love that. That'd be great. I think I might just use that instead of my own skin that I've been using since like beta.
The problem, like the only thing I could see, obviously, is the problem is obviously they're two different engines. They're two different things, so that they won't just probably easily. These mods probably won't easily convert to Java, but like I'm sure like if you're a mod author for the marketplace and you're like, I have my mod on Bedrock. If I release it, like if I take the time to code it for Java as well, like I'm sure you'd probably be able to find new sales. Like if your mod is good on Bedrock, then I'm sure if you released it for Java, it'd still do somewhat well. Like I'm sure there'd be that incentive, I guess, to for people to recode their things. But also maybe Java people wouldn't buy them as much because we do have mods. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a weird place to be. All I
Yeah.
will say is Hightail.
Yeah, we're just waiting. I'm waiting for a competitor.
That's all I'm waiting
Because
for.
when Hytale releases, it's gonna compete with Minecraft, even if it's not doing it intentionally.
Oh yeah, no,
It's-
I mean there's
it's just going
obviously
to.
it's just
Roblox competed with Minecraft. There's
Yeah. And then
Hold on,
Hightail,
hold
yeah.
my cat's meowing. I'll be right back real fast. I want to see what
All
he's
right.
up to.
Hightail is, I mean, it's like there's games like you said, Roblox or Terraria or Starbound or other, Total Miner.
Oh, whoa, okay. God.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
They compete with Minecraft to a certain extent, but nothing's ever promised to compete with Minecraft quite like Hightail. I mean, literally, developers that were my light turned off. Developers that were server developers and hosted servers for Minecraft, just making their own version of it, and the fact that they're making strong modding API tools that are first party. Like I think this has the potential to be huge. I mean, I think everybody knows that. I think that's why it's one of the most viewed gaming trailers ever, and and I just think it has the potential, and I hope it seems like they're still going ahead and they still are promising good things, and I don't doubt that. I don't think they've done anything to to burn our trust. It's just
Yeah.
how the game development has shaken out, unfortunately. Being teased so early and it going. But yeah, we will see. But anyways, that's about it for Minecraft, I think.
Uh, just one last thing.
Mm-hmm.
Minecraft is such a big game with a big team attached to it. I would assume because it's Minecraft.
Yeah.
These updates have been feeling like there's just not much to it. Specifically with this one, it feels like, okay, here are things we've wanted to release. Now's the time to release them. I would have been fine if they were attached with something that was slightly bigger than what it is now. And that's really it. That's my biggest is like, stop over promising and under delivering. Don't promise at all. Just be like, yeah, we got this coming up. And they are doing that now. But what is the mainstay feature for this update? Last update was the cave. The update before that was Cave Part 1. The one before that was Village and Pillage, which villages. The one before that was, I think, the update Aquatic, which, while water being cool, I still don't go into the ocean because I feel like it. I would be okay if they're like, by the way, here's like a slight, here's like a big change. That's not that big, but here's like something slightly bigger. The new biome is fine, but something slightly bigger would have been fine. Just slightly. And I would have been okay with that. But that's it. I have a lot of feelings towards Minecraft in regards to a lot of things.
No, I mean, here's the thing. At the end of the day, the game's been out for 10 years, right? More than 10 years.
Yeah.
And, there's gaming companies that make less money and have smaller teams than
No Man's Sky.
Minecraft does. And they've put out, they can put out 2 or 3 massive games worth of content in that span of time. So it's a little unfortunate that they come out so few and far between. Like I said, because there's no way we know Minecraft is a big earner for them still.
Yeah.
And so you'd imagine they should be putting big money into it, and not just what they have, because it does feel underwhelming. It does feel like there could be a lot more. Like,
Yeah. Which just sucks in the end, but here's hoping. Anyways, we'll get to the Minecraft episode eventually.
Look at that. Steam Next Best.
Was this a physical or an online thing?
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's a festival, right?
Sure. No.
Yeah, you physically go there, or what?
No,
I was joking. The bit's not working out, guys. Abandoned ship.
I knew it was a bit.
Bruh.
I just didn't go along.
Like, you really didn't. Fuck you.
Yeah, so we both played some Steam Next Fest games.
3 to be exact.
I'm opening my Steam library. What's the third one you played?
It was Dark and Darker, Void Train, and then Ravenbound.
I'm dumb. We played it together.
Yeah.
Let's start off with Dark and Darker because that's my favorite.
D&D on drugs.
I saw a post complaining about how clunky the game felt, and I'm like,
it does feel clunky, but whenever you pull off this amazing, like, some bullshit that works, it's beautiful.
No, it's definitely like one of those things. I think it's meant to be feeling clunky, and I think it's like once you play it for hours, like, it definitely feels better. Like you get used to the clunk.
Oh, for sure.
That's like Arma, right? Like, you played Arma 2. It was so fucking clunky. It was weird as hell. Nothing felt physics based. Nothing felt natural.
Oh,
you couldn't jump. You just had to push a button to, like, hop a fence, and it didn't actually, like, hop it. It just played a hopping animation and moved you, like, a foot forward.
It's like
weird.
It's like in World of Warcraft where you fucking blink and it's like that's basically what happens.
Yeah, it's such jank. But, like, it has a appeal. It has it's nice. Yeah, I like this game a lot, and if you haven't seen it, look it up. Dark and Darker. It's on Steam. You can wishlist and follow it, and I did because it's an instant purchase for myself. me and Sunshine played a lot of it. Check it out; it's on the channel.
Yeah.
And it was a really good time. Like I just messaged him and I'm like, let's play this game. And then 5 hours later, we, we were
So,
I was surprised I wasn't even the one who cut it off.
yeah, I was like, oh my god. I mean, I think what did it was like dying a lot, but like I was still having fun. It's just like, okay, I don't want to play this right now. I want to play another game because it was a lot. But the game is really fucking fun. Hard as balls with its clunk, but whenever you do something and it goes to plan, it's fucking great. We learned that I love Cleric.
Cleric's great. I love Cleric too. Cleric seems meta.
That fucking Vista or whatever, whole room's dead.
God, I love that.
That saved us quite a few times, I feel like.
Oh, dude, that's so good. It's so good. It's not going to be as powerful probably in I guess the third
Down
level.
below. Yeah.
Because it's a lot more demons, but there were still some skelly boys in there.
Oh, yeah. And just so people know, the playtest that I guess just happened because this is past tense was not the first level of Dark and Darker. It was level 2. So we're already facing like hard enemies. It's going to be much easier when the game actually releases. So that's going to be very interesting to see when the game releases and we're fighting really easy enemies.
Yeah, I do wonder if the starter gear will remain the same. Like, I wonder if they gave us like slightly better starter gear. Like, will there even be starter gear on level 1?
I feel like they should just give us a weapon.
I assume we will because it feels. Yeah, I mean, like in most of these games, there's starter gear, like Tarkov and.
Yeah, I've played Marauders. You don't. So with Marauders, you do have a starter pistol in your inventory for a start, but every time you load into a match. In the ship you're in, it comes with just a pistol and light armor, and that's it. And some ammo for that pistol. But you can very easily kill a guy with that pistol. You just got to be a little bit lucky and silent to be able to, pull it off. But yeah, all those games, as far as more, you usually start off with at least one basic-ass weapon. Don't know about Tarkov, but Marauders for sure.
Yeah, Tarkov you do. I do know that.
Yeah.
The last thing I'll think about Dark, it just feels good. It just feels like a very original game. Like, not that obviously we've had these types like Tarkov and Marauders before, but it took it away from shooting and into the D&D setting, which I think suits it really. It just feels good. It just feels refreshing. I think it's going to be a very big game, very popular. It's already showing those things on Twitch and everything with the playtest. I'm just very excited. I think this is going to be a favorite game of myself.
Yeah. Go wishlist it if it looks like you're a cup of tea. It's really fun. And I don't play these kind of games all the time, so the fact that I was willing to play a few hours, yeah, go for it.
It's a good time.
I'll see you in the Dark and Darker. It's a dope as fuck.
Next game we played is Void Train.
Yeah, we did. I recommended it to another VTuber buddy of mine. And she said, like, okay, I'll look into it. Because I said it was just basically, think of like Subnautica, but you're on a train in a void. And that's and then you float off the train to grab loot and stuff. And she immediately was like, okay, that sounds pretty interesting. So that's probably something we're going to end up streaming at some point.
Yeah. And then,
other than our recording when we get it.
Obviously, I thought it looked cool to begin with, and it plays similarly to other games like a Subnautica. Or you go out, you craft, you build things, you expand, you fight different enemies and things, and increasing levels of danger. Pretty standard. But I will say the one thing that surprised me, and you will see this if you look up the trailer or anything, just the presentation. Just dear God, how clean everything felt, how well thought out everything felt. There's a narrator, and the storytelling and the humor is fucking hilarious and good. I just didn't expect all of that good. Like, I'm invested in the story. I'm excited to learn more. I'm excited to play through it for that matter, not just like the survival aspect.
Yeah, I agreed, honestly.
And the way that looks like you can build your train up from like a tiny little cart that you push to like actual conductor engines and shit, it looks tight.
We're about to be playing the what is the movie called? Polar Express. You know the scene where they're drifting on the fucking ice? We're going to do that, but in a void. on a
Hell yeah.
normal ass track. The game just, it's a, I wouldn't say a breath of fresh air because it is a survival game after all, but it
It's
has
a unique take.
Yeah, Jake.
I said take.
I heard Jake.
From State
I'm
Farm.
calling State Farm. He's wearing khakis. But it is a unique take on the survival genre, and it's honestly pretty fucking just you're literally being railroaded through a story, and it does it in a really nice way. Like the narrator, the story itself
Seamless
is cool.
feeling, like
Yeah,
it's just well done. It feels polished already. I know it's coming out. All the Steam Netflix games, as far as I'm aware, are coming out in 2023. So if nothing else, it's coming out in the next 9 months. But I think it's coming out sooner than that. Let's see. I can look at this right now if they even have. It just says release date 2023.
okay.
So
My only complaint is the UI. I feel like maybe it could be designed slightly different.
oh, for sure,
Circles,
sure.
a lot of circles.
Oh, circles, a lot of unnecessary clicking.
Yeah.
I think like in order to smelt the copper, I had to click on click on the smelting, and then I had to click on the copper, and then I had to go and add fuel, and I had to click on the fuel, and then I had to click on the logs, and then I had to click I want 2, 3, 4, 5 logs, and then click yes. It's a lot of clicks when I could just be dragging.
Yeah, if I could just drag our existing
Like in
stacks
Minecraft, I
that'd be
just
much
drag coal into a furnace and then drag food into a furnace. Whereas this, I have to, like I said, click on the furnace and then click this, click, click, click. It's just a lot, and I just imagine that being really annoying when I start having to craft higher and higher quantities of things and more complex things.
better. Yeah, even with just the
I agree
crafting
with that.
bench.
I didn't even think about that, but I definitely agree with that. But once again, a very minor point. It feels great still. It's a great game.
Oh, yeah.
And check it out. Wishlist it. Void Train on Steam. Unfortunately, by the time you are watching this, Steam Next Fest will be over. I think it's already over. I think just a few of them have. Some games are not. They don't just end with their playtests.
Yeah, Dark and
or
Darker
demos.
is up until the 16th of February.
And I think, I don't even know. Void Train the demo might just be a thing. Okay, I think you can still go download the demo for Void Train.
And that's the big thing that I like about Next Fest is the fact that like demos are becoming a thing in the PC play space because it stopped being a thing really heavily. I think 2 Next Fest ago, so 2 years ago, there was a game called Loop Hero, which is a really cool fucking game. If anyone here hasn't even heard about it, especially you, Devin, you should probably look into it. It's a rogue-like game where you place the enemies onto a path you're looping around. So it's like it's a card builder game. You'll get like a card of bats, put them on the field, and your character will go fight the bats, get XP, loop around, fight bats again, and you'll just get more and more cards to build along this path. The story to the game is also really interesting because it's essentially the world got reset because you failed as a hero, and you're trying to undo the resetting of the world to actually properly build a world. So every time you go into the loop, it's randomized. The enemies you get are the same for a bit, but like the more you play, the more enemies you get, and it's just it's also just really cool. It's an idle game, but it's also just kind of cool because you do kind of idle around a little bit as well. So I highly recommend looking into it. And if there is a demo out for it, go give it a shot. I don't know if there is. Yeah, record it. Actually, after this, just go record it and just be like, okay, this is actually pretty cool. I really like the story. It's
got
actually
great
really
reviews.
interesting. Yeah. I beat the demo. I got as far as you can, and I've been like, I should probably buy it and play it at some point. I haven't yet. But yeah, Next Fest.
$15.
That's not a bad price.
No,
Fucking go for it. Also, when I did Next Fest videos, Timberborn, the Beaver City builder, really good as well. It recently got updated. I'm glad they're still updating it.
Yeah, they're still doing good updates. It's a great game.
Yeah, I like the survival mechanic of the city where at certain points of the year you'll lose access to water, so you have to you have to maintain your water. You have to actually build a dam to hold water, because if you don't have water, all your beavers die. And you don't want to kill beavers because that's on your conscience, and that's fucked up.
Beavers are cute.
Yeah. The last game, which I don't on the next fest. I don't know. Have you played Ravenbound yet or no?
I have. So, and we have very different opinions on it.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, you said you liked it.
Oh, you don't like it.
Okay, no, I don't know if I gave it a fair shake, honestly. I
Uh,
went to go record the game, and I started playing it, and it just felt, and I had a lot of other things to record that day, so I moved on, maybe quicker than I should have. Um, but I just the first like I'll tell you where I got to. I just got to one like maybe the third or fourth like part in that like first trial, in that
oh,
kind of area.
mhm.
Um, so I had started playing with the combat, fighting different enemies and learning all the like blocks and parries and got the grappling hook. It was a fine enough game. It just felt a little bit generic to me. Like it just felt like the art style wasn't like super exciting, and the enemy designs and the design of you and your armor and weapon, and like I obviously it's tutorial stuff, but it just nothing felt super exciting or fun or different, and uh and so I moved on a little quickly.
I do recommend getting at least past the tutorial, but I do
Hmm.
agree it looks a little bit generic. I was able to immediately tell this feels like just like an Unreal Engine 5 sort of game. Like
Hmm.
here's a bunch of things that could make it look nice, but past the tutorial was actually kind of cool because it opens up to an open world.
Hmm.
You can go from place to place. I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. And it's like, you remember back when I was playing Rogue Legacy pretty fucking heavily. You'll
Hmm.
die, you'll get a new hero with new stats and very unique things. It's like that. You die, you get a new hero, and you have to try and like beat the story with that one hero. And I like, and since I'm a big fan of Rogue Legacy, haven't played the sequel, I should. That already that pulled me in. It does feel a little bit generic, art style wise, but if they decide to hold back on its release a little bit and focus on that, I think it could be well. The UI was a bit wonky to me, personally, because I'm a big fan of like if your UI is readable and clean and very easy to work with, I'm a fucking fan, even if
Yeah.
the game's awful. That being said, with when it comes to awful UIs, No Man's Sky, still not the best. They have improved, but still not the best. I still love that game. But yeah, I I just think the fact that you could just you die, reroll as a new character, you go in, you'll get new things is really cool,
No, and that's
especially
definitely
for a
like
3D open world.
yeah, that's why I downloaded it in the first place. I didn't look at the art style and be like, oh, it looks cool. But I don't know,
Yeah.
just something about it while I was playing it. I wanted to move on. But I
It,
definitely will give it more of a shake later. Unfortunately, it looks like I can't play the demo anymore. Um,
oof.
okay, so yeah, that does confirm since I can play the Void Train demo. The Void Train demo is still up, at least as of right now, the 15th. So go play it. Very good. Um, and look at Ravenbound on Steam. Wishlist it. It looks cool. I will say, like going back to the pictures, it really does look cool. It just that the maybe the opening intro wasn't my favorite.
Yeah, I didn't
Um,
like the tutorial either because it
honestly,
felt
yeah, I would have
very
liked to just
quick.
kind of been thrown in maybe. With like
Yeah,
I don't know.
they could have done
Um,
it where you were thrown into the open worlds like somewhat linear, so each encounter taught you were in the open world and you die and like eventually like you're meant to die. I forget what game does it where you're meant to die in the beginning. I really don't remember the name, but you are fucking meant to die on purpose. And I think that would have been a much better way to go about it instead of like here's a tutorial zone.
I mean, yeah, just
Yeah.
and also, I just will say, I mean, the best tutorial is the tutorial you didn't know you were going through.
Yeah.
Tutorial
Actually.
zones are fine, but like when tutorial, like they're just throwing tutorials at you, it just never feels. It's not the most exciting. Like that first Josh Strife Hayes, great YouTuber, look him up.
True.
Has an entire video on tutorials and why a good tutorial or intro, because a lot of times tutorial is your intro to the game. If it's not compelling and exciting and awesome and fun and whatever, people may not be playing it. Like myself, unfortunately, I did just give up on it. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
It's like Dishonored I think has a really good tutorial. Um But we'll talk about that once we're in the Bethesda stuff because that's
Oh
more of a
yeah.
Bethesda thing. Um, yeah, a good
I've,
tutorial matters.
I've got two other games to talk about in
Take the floor.
Steam Next Fest.
I got nothing, so you're good.
Fabledom. It is. Oh, the demo is still available.
Ooh,
It is such a lovely game.
I'm downloading it right now.
It's a city simulator, kind of like colony simulator game. You start off very small, and from the pictures, it looks like you can get very big, and like lots of population. But it was really thorough already in the demo. It was really cute. Like art style is really pretty. It's very dynamic. Like every building's gonna look different. Like all the houses, they have a very dynamic feel. Everything, like the way you place things down, like you don't just place a house. You place a house, then you like give them their little fence area, and then you're like, okay, this house is it will autofill this stuff if you'd like. But if you'd like myself, I can actually go in and give them an outline of their fence land, and then I can put a chicken coop and like other little things. And like the chicken coop like actually gives you some stats. Like it gives you like 1+ hunger like, taken care of instead of like needing farms. I mean, you still need farms probably, but it can help deficit some certain things. And then on top of that, it's a kind of like it's got some more not grand strategy, but there is you kind of like you start off with like RimWorld, you kind of like get a map and then you click where you want to start.
Yeah.
It's like that. You get a map, you click where you want to start, and then other villages and other people populate some of the other regions. And it's like a dating simulator at the same time.
Bruh.
Like princes and princesses from other colonies will approach you, and some will try to swoon you and win your heart, and you can try winning the hearts of other prince or princesses. It even asks you, like if you'd like to be swooned by both prince and princess, which I said absolutely to. So you kind of have some choice and preference there. And it's really fun. And the characters that I had met, there was like a trade prince who approached me who had a great name. And it was really fun. It was voice acted. The intro is hilariously voice acted. You pop into there's dick jokes. Just the narrator likes his dick jokes. He's like a creepy old wizard. Like it's great. It's great.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna give that a shot later. Then
I think his wife left him. I don't know.
my wife
It's
my
a
wife
got a
took the
great
kids.
sense of humor. So once again, it's called Fabledom, Wishlist, or Follow, and or both. It's really fun. Also, the demo is still available till. Oh, it says the 13th. Oh, demo available for another 2 weeks. Great.
Okay, so I have time then.
You got plenty of time if you're watching this the day it comes out. So yeah, great game. I love it already, and I'm very excited to play more of it. And the last game we have to talk about is, where is it? Sons of Valhalla.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that to me.
Yeah, what is the game? It's like, fuck, where is that? I have it in my Steam list somewhere.
Isn't it Kings or whatever?
Kingdom, yes.
Kingdom.
Kingdoms, I think. And then there's the other ones. There's a couple of them at this point. Reminds me a lot of that. 2D side scroller, kind of colony management. It's got a cool story as well. You die in battle, you're sent by Odin himself he's like, you're not done. Get back down there. You've got unfinished business. And it's roguelite. Whereas every time you die, you do go back up to Odin, and he takes, you get runes.
Oh.
And that's your kind of way of upgrading your character.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have a belt. You can hold runes for your, like, sword, like, I think offense, defense, and then, like, a colony runes. And you can upgrade how many slots you have, but every time you die, he takes a rune away. You get to choose, but he will take a rune away. And I said, fuck it. I went on the hardest difficulty because I wanted to make sure it was interesting. And it's pretty brutal, but I died a lot. So I lost all my runes. But you can just keep throwing yourself at it. And I wasn't really losing any territory, and I'm slowly still gaining territory.
Okay.
I had a lot of fun. The only reason I stopped playing it is I was just like 2 hours in. I was like, I gotta go to work tomorrow, and the demo ended that night, so I unfortunately didn't get to continue. I definitely would have personally. I don't mind a little grind and kind of keep going. But it was a lot of fun. You get to kind of upgrade. You have your normal building, and you get to upgrade. Like you have a fisher hut, and you get like a log hut. You like manage your resources, and eventually you get more and more resources. So it does turn into like at first it's kind of felt simple. It was like, okay, I have fish and like wood and gold. But then
Yeah.
eventually I unlocked more and more resources that I had to manage. So it's definitely it's got a lot of depth, it seems. And you get to like lead your men into battle. Get different train. Like I can get archers and get fire archers, swordsmen, shieldsmen. Like it actually it has a lot of depth, and that's just the demo. So I'm very excited to play more of it. It was really fun.
It does look pretty good. I'm wishlistting it right now.
The hardest difficulty was pretty brutal. Yeah, if only it wasn't too bad for the damage. It was really just you get 50% less resources from everything, and so it definitely felt a little more sluggish.
I feel like they should change that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Slightly.
Well, it's definitely. I didn't mind the difficulty. I really didn't. It didn't feel bad. I just ran out of time. I would have totally kept playing it. I was still having fun. Is what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, the demo is still available.
Oh, so you could play more for sure then.
Oh yeah, I really just thought it ended on. I guess I just assumed all the demos were ending on the 13th with Next Fest. I didn't realize they'd be continuing. So I probably will play some more.
Similar to Satisfactory and Factorio, apparently.
I think that's just because it's the survive, or I don't know, what would it be called? Base building. Yeah,
Fucking no clue.
it's under base building at least.
I feel like at that point it's more similar to fucking, what is it called? Factorio than Satisfactory.
I mean, I'm surprised it just doesn't say fucking Kingdom.
Yeah.
Really should. But yeah, I think that's it for my Next Fest. There was plenty of other games. Lots of fun things. So that's definitely something I will be looking forward to every year now that I've dipped my toes in the Next Fest. I'm glad demos are returning.
For sure.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
is-
Next Fest is just, it's worth it because demos, and you also get to just hear about new indie games as well. I mean,
Dead Space.
Other than that, so I'm assuming the both of us haven't played the new Dead Space.
No, but you have watched it be played.
I watched it from one of our favorite YouTubers,
Yes.
Jesse Cox. Subscribe to him. He deserves
The
it.
Cox
Wonderful man.
Yes,
We've
he's almost at a
met him.
million. Get him there.
Yeah, he's a
So
great
close.
fucking guy. Yeah, I remember the year of 1 million subscribers. He was so close that year.
Yeah, he was.
Sadly, he
He
never-
was.
sadly,
That
he
was
never
like
got it.
7 years.
Yeah,
But now he's actually really close.
Yeah, like I mean, he was close even before, near when the year of the 1 million subscribers ended. But honestly, a part of me wishes he brought that back this year.
Yeah, for good old time. Maybe he doesn't want
Yeah.
to jinx it again.
No, it maybe.
Maybe he felt
Yeah.
like it jinxed it. Anyways,
So I've played very little of the original Dead Space, because I'm a little bitch to horror games. I'm good. I won't play that
especially
many
the
horror
original one.
games.
The original one was some true horror. They progressively got a little less horror each time, especially 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dead Space 1 was definitely a horror. I played a bit of Dead Space 2.
I have Dead Space 2 downloaded because I was planning on giving that a shot after I finished watching Dead Space 1.
And we both played Dead Space 3 together.
Not completely. We got stuck
we got
at one part.
We got mostly way through the game, but we did
Yeah.
get stuck. And Dead
Part of
Space
me kind
3
of wants to give that a shot again.
I wouldn't mind. Dead Space 3, while it was not obviously completely faithful to the original 2, leaning more towards a shooter than kind of survival horror like it used to be, and a lot of people didn't like that. It still is a good game on its own merit. Like it's maybe not the best comparatively, but it is still fun. And the fact that it is more shootery, it did have I think it had really fun shooting stuff. Like the fact customizing your guns felt really good.
Yeah.
Anyways, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the new Dead Space remake.
It looks really fucking good. And just
Yeah.
I'm watching on a fucking screen on 1080p, and it just looks really good. And just having known what a bit of 1 is like, I'm like, this just looks fantastic. And like, it's not faithful graphically, obviously, because it's a remake, entirely just a remake, but it's the same game with the lore being built up into leading into 2, and just quality of life stuff. The fucking Jesse Cox, one of his videos, is like, I was just playing. This is like, he's streaming it, and the clips being uploaded over to YouTube. He said that like he ended the playthrough, went back in, and it's the main menu, and he said continue, was immediately right back in the game. It basically just the camera pulled back and you're behind Isaac already.
That's so fun.
And I'm like, that's actually really fucking cool. Just those little things, just the everything just looks clean. The few changes to the game itself looks good. The UI still the same, but also modernized, and just Dead Space was always just a good game, and it's cool to have, surprisingly from EA, a remake of a game be really faithful to the original game, and it's just dope. So honestly, I just say get that if you like horror,
good
just
things,
fucking buy it. It's just I'm tempted just to buy it and not even fucking play it. Like, honestly. So I just say if you're looking for a horror game, go for that. It's pretty good, and the story's also pretty fucking good too. One day, I'm hoping they actually announce we're remaking Dead Space 2, and that's faithful. EA somehow seems like they're flipping onto from being greedy while still being greedy, releasing good games.
I mean, they have to make money.
Yeah, they're actually having games be worked on, because they said they're willing to put in effort into 2042, and that's noticeable despite a few of its downfalls even still now. But it looks like they're somewhat trying. Dead Space being released and actually being as faithful as it is the most surprising thing, personally.
Maybe it's because they lost FIFA.
Maybe. Fuck.
Although I heard
if anything,
their
I'm
new
fine
football,
with that.
Although here's the thing: they lost FIFA. They lost the franchise name, but did they really lose FIFA? Because FIFA has only put out shit games since they took back their gaming rights. I think they've all been NFT trash, basically.
Yeah.
And then EA is putting out another soccer game. They're just not using the FIFA name, and I'm sure all the soccer fans that love FIFA will just buy that game instead. So I don't know if they like lost FIFA, but did they really lose FIFA? I guess the question is, can they? We know nothing about FIFA.
Could their FIFA maintain them the way FIFA has been?
Not what I was going to ask.
Okay.
Are they allowed to use player likeness? Can they is that allowed? Because does FIFA own
I mean,
could they portray Pele in the game, or does FIFA have some
that's
weird...
a good question.
Because those things happen.
Yeah,
with
that's
certain
a
things
good
like sports.
question.
You can't say the Super Bowl in certain things. You gotta say the big game in television and things.
Yeah,
there's certain things
look, if you get an email from the NFL saying you said it, fucking print that shit and put it on your wall behind you. It's like, yeah, I just got a cease and desist from NFL.
But yeah, I do wonder if there might be some weird thing there, because obviously FIFA owns the contracts for these players, I presume, or certain things. I don't know.
I think they're an overarching organization. Then it's the clubs themselves that own the contract.
Their actual contract. But yeah, I just wonder if there might be some funny business there.
You know what I want from EA now? If they really decide to go we got to make our own sports games, just fucking make shit up. Just fake players, blow them up this is a cool fucking soccer player, and he does a really sick goal, but he doesn't exist. Lie. Just lie. And just be yeah... I would love that. And especially if they brought in some, if they decided to create some weird lore between fucking players. This soccer player here is actually the dad of this player right here. And they hate each other. I want that. Just give us the wackiness of...
Soccer legend, Lepe.
Sure. Build some weird lore to us, to some soccer bullshit that doesn't exist. Do that. Thinking about it reminds me of this mobile game. I forget the company that made it, but I think the game was called Soccer Story, where you are a manager of a soccer team, and you get to name the players and name the soccer team, and like some players would just be the hot shots and be like, yeah, they're the number one, and like I was like in high school, so like freshman year, I'd be playing it, and I'm like, yeah, go this thing. Like in my house, like, yeah, let's fucking go. We're kicking this our enemy's ass, and it was like like every time you made a new save, it'd be one team that is always your rival, essentially. Like one's like set your rival, and whenever I was like, yeah, we're gonna fucking kick their ass. It's just a stats game, and you up their stats with training, and then if they win just by pure coincidence. But like that was just kind of nice to be like, they're my rivals. We got to kick their fucking ass. Do that, EA. It will sell. I promise. I'll buy it. Fuck. I don't even play sports games. But yeah, we really got off topic. But yeah,
Dead Space.
Dead Space. Get it. Buy it. It's good for your colon.
Tell me, Sunshine.
What's up?
What's xCloud?
xCloud. Sponsored. No, I'm joking. xCloud is Xbox's answer to a Google Stadia, essentially. Game streaming. You are given quite a few number of games. If you have Game Pass Ultimate, I believe, you get to use xCloud to stream a game from their servers to your browser. And since I babysit occasionally, and I can't be on my computer upstairs doing that, parents want me to be on the first floor, I'll just bring my MacBook down and just end up game streaming stuff. I've been playing Fallout New Vegas on it, and it's like there's a little bit of delay, and the graphics don't look great because obviously it's a 360 game on a modern screen being streamed to you. It's gonna look worse, but it's like I'm still just kind of vibing with it. Like I tried Elder Scrolls Online. Honestly, funny enough that I've been playing Bethesda games. It works. A little bit of delay here and there sometimes, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. I gave fucking the Hot Wheels racing game a shot. Don't play racing games over the cloud. It's not worth it.
Oh, I'm sure.
But it's just kind of, excuse me, it's just kind of cool to be able to just be like, fuck, I can't play games. Oh, my phone? Sure. Just fucking open up Google Chrome on your phone and xcloud.com, log in, stream Fallout New Vegas on my tiny ass phone, Bluetooth a controller, and play that. I did that a few years ago with PUBG. So it was PUBG on my phone being xClouded through with Bluetooth onto my phone, and it was just some weird it was delayed as fuck, but I got one kill, and I was like, that's all I need, and I stopped playing. That dude died by someone that's playing on a server that's being delayed through a phone on Wi-Fi with an Xbox controller being Bluetooth. That guy,
love it. Worst
player in existence to me now. But yeah, it's just kind of cool to have that. And if anyone is paying for Xbox Ultimate, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, give it a shot at least once or twice. You'll see that it's actually kind of nice to have. Like, I've been playing Overwatch with my friends over just on another Discord server, and games. If you have two games running up, it takes resources. But if it's being streamed to you, it's just internet. It's just data. So I literally had Fallout New Vegas up on my right monitor while we're queuing up for an Overwatch match. And sometimes queue takes like 6 minutes. So I get a little bit of bullshit done in Fallout New Vegas, and then I just tab back over to fucking Overwatch, and I'm playing Overwatch. So weird ADHD brain, I guess. It's just jump over to the next attraction. But it's just nice to be able to play two games at once. I was literally doing that earlier with Morrowind. Though Morrowind wasn't being streamed, it's actually on my computer.
It's okay. I've had WoW and Overwatch up at the same time.
Yeah, it's just you're in a queue. All right, I'll just fucking do a quest.
Oh yeah, for sure. Exactly. Go do some world quests, do some bullshit. Overwatch Season 3.
It's been good. I like all the nerfs. My only dislike is that I've seen a lot of Symmetra and Torbjorn, and I fucking hate them so much. I hate turret characters in Overwatch. Symmetra more than Torb because Torb is just one turret. Symmetra's three little bullshits that slow you the fuck down. I hate it. I don't know if they slow you down, but I hate them.
I think they still do.
Yeah, I like the battle pass currently. I like the Kiriko skin. Honestly, I feel some ways towards that Kiriko skin. I'm willing to admit that. Anime women are hot. Don't at me. But like, I like that we can get credits for it. The current fucking Valentine event is really nice. I like the Hanzo skin. Have you played the fucking
Loverwatch?
Yeah.
I have not. I plan to. It will definitely
It's
be
funny.
being played
It
probably
is
while I'm
funny.
in Vegas. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, I'm going to Vegas this weekend. If I didn't mention. Oh yeah, I told you that.
Yeah, you did. You
Um,
did. You did.
but yeah, we're bringing the laptop and probably gonna play lots of WoW
Ooh.
and probably some Loverwatch. And because I
You,
want to get, I don't know if it's the secret ending, how you get it, but either way, you can unlock the Hanzo highlight intro.
yes, it is the
Which is
secret ending. Doing
such a good highlight intro. So I will definitely be playing it, and then I'll probably play it, and then I'll just look up the guide and get my highlight intro. But I like it. No, the game feels pretty good. Season 3, like they've been doing good. Season 3 feels like the best battle pass personally, as far as like what I like. The Cassidy skin is
I
maybe one of my favorite skins of all time.
I'm glad we can agree
It
because I
is
told myself if I hit
so
level
good.
20, I'm buying battle pass immediately. I hit level 20, bought it immediately. We were
I don't even
queuing up
play
for a
Cassidy.
fucking match. I I don't play Cassidy that much, but when I do, there are moments where I suck balls, and then when I pop off, I'm popping off.
No.
I'll show you a play game I got as Cassidy if I still have it because I didn't save it, but I've played a few matches, so I'll see if I can fucking find it, and if I can, I'm sending it to you. But I popped off, but I love that skin. It's just the highlight intro, I guess. You play a game, the highlight intro, just as the Invisible Man is really fucking funny to me.
No, it's real good. All the skins. I think all the skins are good skins in this battle pass so far. I like that it seems like they've taken some feedback with the events, like the Cupid event. Like I know people were asking, "Hey, can we have more challenges that we can complete without having to play the event?" Because not everybody's gonna like every event. I didn't
Yeah,
care for Battle for Olympus. You can say like some people liked it, some people didn't. I don't think it was like a grade A event. But even like events like Junkerstein, not everybody likes Junkerstein. They don't want to
yeah,
play it. Like they should. It'd be nice to be able to earn cosmetics without having to play it. Just playing during the Halloween event. And they did that with Cupid. There's obviously still a couple things you have to play the Cupid or the game mode, the scatter arrow game mode.
they brought it back.
I know. I have disclaimer. I've barely played season 3. I played a few matches on day 1, and that's it. But I will be completing the battle pass. Very exciting. But
you need
it
to get
looks
on that
good.
grind now.
And just everything they announced with season 3. The One Punch Man collaboration. The skins look cool. It's exciting
for
that
that.
at least one of those, the bike one, I think is earnable, which is the one I really wanted, honestly.
Yeah,
Like, I would take the Doomfist, obviously, one, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. That's all I've got to say about Overwatch 3.
Uh,
Overwatch 3.
Reminds me of
Give us PvE.
maybe someday.
I shook my entire camera.
You did. But on the topic of Overwatch 3, it reminds me of the TikTok. This guy's like rating like a Kiriko's play. It's like, damn, you were saving that ultimate for Overwatch 3. What the fuck? Because the person saved their ultimate for a whole round. I was like, you should have used it at some point.
Jace
Like-
was yelling at her, not in mic, but just I hear her in playing on her computer, just like Ryan, fucking like just held it for the entire game. I guess that Ryan was just maybe new. It seemed like that Ryan was new and wasn't playing. They were just playing arcade, or not arcade, but quick play. But
Yeah.
she's been having a lot of time, good fun. I think she's already level 30 something, 40 something in the battle pass.
Slacking. I'm like level 42.
And I know she's got all the challenges done for Cupids.
I need one, which is assists.
Nice.
All the voice
So-
lines, I love.
Yeah, I heard all the voice lines were really good.
Ramatra, new nickname Rizmatra. And do you know what Riz is?
I don't.
So Riz is shorthand for charisma.
Mm-hmm.
So Riz. So Riz for Ramatra, now it's Rizmatra because that fucking voice line he has, poggers. Also, that's my new fucking main. I was a Roadhog one trick, still somewhat am, but Ramatra is so fucking fun to play. I got my new tank main. Every time I get tank, I was like, okay, let me go Roadhog. Roadhog doesn't do well. Ramatra.
I've been playing nothing but Hanzo.
Hanzo's
for like
great.
2 seasons at this point. Honestly, I
I
just fucking
suck
love
with
Hanzo.
Hanzo. Also, the first time I played the Loverwatch event game mode where they brought back Scatter Arrow, I got the most kills in play of game, and I told my friends I was back in my fucking element. Overwatch 1, Scatter Arrow, bullshit going on, beautiful. Then after that, I started doing dog shit. I was like, okay,
You had your papa.
yeah, because I'm not good with, especially you kind of have to lead your shots. I'm really bad with doing that as Hanzo, and even in like FPSs, I'll get the hang of it eventually. In some FPSs, like Battlefield 4, I've got pretty decent hang of it. But if you put me back in Battlefield 4, I'm ass now. The same with 2042. I'm dog water.
You got to
I
get
barely
used
snipe.
to it. You got to play a
Yeah.
lot. Like same thing. Like I didn't play like basically anything in season 2, and so when I hopped back onto Hanzo for season 3, I was like so fucking out of practice. I had to hop back into. Also, my sensitivity was off. I don't know how that got messed up, but I had to change some things, and then I got back into practice, and I was doing good again. But yeah, you know, it takes some time to get back into things. Yeah, I bet if I went and sniped on Battlefield 4, I wouldn't be doing great.
Yeah. Though, this is like the last thing I'll say. This is very much placebo, but it's not. I've changed my cursor, my crosshair, into a square.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I literally heard from a fucking TikTok, it's like, you make it a square, and whatever's in that square, you shoot at. And then you'll just get all the kills. And so I was like, you know what? I'll fucking try it. I want to see if this placebo effect works on me. It has. Just, I'll always tell the square. It's working.
No, that
so
is.
shit.
I saw another. I don't know if it was a TikTok or I think it was a YouTube short because I don't go on TikTok. There was like it was like certain like a shorter like a more short crosshair, like there's like different things, like if you go out you get like more accuracy, if you go in you get like less spread, like there's certain things like you can to the way to design your crosshair. I know a lot of people do like kind of like the like if as long as it's in this crosshair you will hit it.
Yeah.
That's kind of how Diva, I know her default crosshair is just kind of a circle, and it's like as long as they're in the circle, they will be hit.
I mean, yeah,
Um,
like actually.
So yeah, I don't think that's I don't think that's a placebo at all. I think I've been thinking about messing with my crosshair.
Also, a second to last thing actually. I forget what map it is. But it's I forget what map it is, but it's the it was one of the released Overwatch maps. I forget what it was called though. But it was it was a capture point. It was a square, then in the middle is a hole you can fall down into, and there's a health pack there. I really don't remember the name of it, but every time I'm playing Roadhog on that map, I'll be like, you're going into the hole, and I'll hook them into the hole, and then they have to walk out from the side and come back from the side. I'll repeatedly just grab whoever the fuck, mostly the tank, because it moves the tank off. So I'll be like, oh, you're going back into the hole, and I'll hook them, and they're now in the hole, and they have to walk back out. Hey, you're back again? Into the hole. I just love bullying people. It's fun. Like 2 games ago, because 2 games ago, essentially, I was playing Ana. The tank slept. It was just only the tank. No one else was slept, just the tank. Every time I could get a shot, he's going to bed. And it's bullying players. It's gone to the point where I might bully a player so hard, they'll just leave. I'm like, well, okay. I get it. I feel the same way. But, oops. And nothing against that player. It's just like, you're someone I should take care of. You're going to bed.
Focus.
Yeah. Overwatch is still fun, despite me somewhat disliking it. Still fun.
They're still greedy.
Yeah.
Still feels like they really could be doing great with $5 legendary skins. Just $20 for a skin, it will never feel right. I don't care how long it's been. I don't care how bad inflation is. $20 for a skin. 3 skins, and I'm buying Batua. 3 skins, and I'm buying the brand new Dead Space. That is, you're. I know it will never add up. I know it will never add up. It doesn't matter if it's 20 skins for $60. You know, it will never add up. But like, it's just like you're saying 3 skins. is the same worth
compares.
as like a AAA game
It
with a
really
team of
isn't.
200 people behind it.
Yeah. It.
Holy shit.
That's why I don't even like. I spent $30. I spent half of a AAA video game on some skins for Valorant. I don't play Valorant that much anymore, and it's just yeah. I don't see buying skins like that fucking worth it.
And
While
it's like,
even while
it's,
the effects are cool, it's just they're so expensive. It's not worth it. Buy another game. You can find an indie game that will, oh my god, it would be much better than buying one skin.
and I just don't think, like, and I could be wrong. I know there's whales out there that skew these fucking numbers. Like, I know there's people who will buy every skin because they have the disposable income. But, like, one, it just says you're being greedy. You're putting that over your fans because you fucking bet your ass if that Hanzo skin, that Cupid skin, if that was $5, if the legendaries were $5, I would have probably bought $20 worth of skins by now. I would have bought more. I would absolutely have purchased those skins.
Yeah.
Whereas now I never will because they're $20 and it's just no. Why? Why? I know why. 'Cause money, fucking
Yeah.
capitalism. But like,
Yay.
I just wish companies could be better. I wish it could be better. It sucks that because you know, like I said, I don't think they would die if skins were $5. I'm sure they could still support the game. I'm sure they could still put out good content. I'm sure they could still pay their people. Which Blizzard is known for paying considerably less than industry standard for most of their roles. It just sucks. It just sucks. It's a skin, so I don't care that much. It sucks, but I'm not here like, fuck this game. It's a skin. It's a cosmetic at the end of the day. WoW mounts be $20, and I'm not really complaining about that.
I still don't
I don't
think a
need
WoW
them.
mount's worth it. Yeah.
No, I won't buy it, but I don't need them, and it's not hurting me. It still sucks that maybe some of the best mounts seem to be store mounts.
Yeah, I feel like they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Bethesda.
But yeah.
Apparently,
there's
our
nothing else.
segue is just me saying the word starkly.
Bethesda.
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 Bethesda Day.
We grew up on Bethesda
Hold on.
games.
Hold on.
Yes.
We talked about this for a second. For like a split, I didn't grow up on Bethesda games.
Yeah,
The
I guess
fuck
you didn't really
about?
grow up.
Yeah.
I know.
I was
I rejected that immediately.
But real quick, Bethesda. If you ever watch this, make a day in the year, Bethesda Day. Pay me 5% of royalties, and
$5
my friend,
a day.
yes, and pay my best friend here, Devin, 5% royalties for using the name Bethesda. We're gonna trademark that after this. We're not going to. That's too expensive. And just have a day where Bethesda, talk about Bethesda stuff, the history of stuff. I think that'd just be great for marketing. Hire us. Anyways, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, Bethesda's great, and today we're not just talking about Bethesda. We're talking about
Bethesda.
the Bethesda twins, as I am claiming them to be. Skyrim, not Skyrim, The Elder Scrolls, and
Skyrim. It's not even the Elder Scrolls anymore. It's just Skyrim, but then Morrowind.
I mean, yeah, truthfully, yeah. I mean, most people know of The Elder Scrolls through Skyrim. I think it's fair to say it's been the big mainstay. It's been the big one that obviously Oblivion was popular, obviously Morrowind was popular, but Skyrim really,
blew
I think,
up.
reached a lot more casuals that hadn't played the games before. And obviously Fallout. Fallout's great. Fallout's lovely. Personally, my journey, I guess, starts with Fallout 3. I remember seeing it was Morrowind, my first Bethesda game, or at least
He's lying to us,
out
guys.
of those two franchises.
He's just a liar.
I'm trying to recall.
He's just lying.
Yeah, I remember playing Morrowind on, I think, the original Xbox is what I had it on, and I was very young, and I was not quite as understanding of RPG elements. I remember I getting through the tutorial was hard for myself just because I didn't understand. I think you had to like pick up something and then like I just wasn't like this was my first I think maybe even RPG with like inventories and all these different things and dialogues.
Yeah.
And so I was just so confused and it took me a while to get out of the first building you're in after you get off the boat. And eventually I made my way out of town and I found the book, if you know what I'm talking. I don't know if you're talking
No,
about.
I remember. I remember.
But yeah, there's a book that you use it and you get yeeted. You get absolutely fucking yeeted. Well, actually, you don't get yeeted. Your next space bar eats you because you now have jumps or jump.
The one, yeah.
Oh yeah, because once you land, I fucking flew across the continent. I swear to God, I was in Cyrodiil now or something. I don't know, but you land and you die. Oblivion, when that came out, I actually had more of a concept. I don't think I played much of Morrowind. I was confused.
Hold on.
I went into like a cave.
We didn't even talk about Arena and Daggerfall. I've played very little Daggerfall. I'm pretty sure you haven't at all.
No, I haven't played any of the two.
I saw like yeah, honestly, that's fair. I saw like almost 7-hour retrospective of fucking Daggerfall. For its time, fucking dope ass game. I could not play it now though, so that's where I'll leave it. I don't know. I don't forget the name of the video, but it was like a 7-hour, 4-hour long retrospective about it. I recommend watching it if you have the time, because they talk about like Bethesda wanted to do so much with the game, and it was like that's actually really cool. But engine limitations and time, but then also just what that game had for the time, wild. So I recommend if you can find a video just about Daggerfall, go for it. Other than that, Morrowind and onward is where we know, essentially.
I mean, yeah, Morrowind came out and it already had a big audience because Arena and Daggerfall were so popular. They did good. They innovated. They did good things, and Morrowind just took it to a better place. They graphically and features they were able to do a lot more than they wanted. They could with the older things, but yeah, Oblivion is where I definitely had more of my understanding and proper playing of. I still didn't beat the game, but I got fairly into it. It was a lot of fun. I never played it, obviously, without beating it. Well, I guess I don't have to beat it to go play the DLC. I never owned the DLCs for it. But Oblivion, I think, where a lot of people got their start. Oblivion, I mean, with each iteration, they just got bigger and bigger audiences because they just kept pumping out good fucking games.
Despite the bugs.
Despite the Bethesda jank. But, like, is it a bug or is it a feature?
Don't you start. We know it's a bug, but we're going to call them features from here on out.
Very true. The best features.
Yeah. I started with Oblivion, and you know this. You was like, oh, here's Oblivion. I was like, really? This shit's pretty cool. And it is pretty cool. I think I want to give it a shot. I'm giving Morrowind the shot right now, like a proper, we're fucking going. And oh my god, the combat is weird because just like any Bethesda game, even with Fallout, Fallout 4 doesn't do this, I don't believe. I don't know if they still even have this system. With Fallout 3 in New Vegas, though, every shot was a dice roll.
Mm-hmm.
And if you rolled it high enough, you would hit the target or not. Morrowind definitely fucking has this. As you'll charge up your fucking attack, you'll swing, you won't hit. And you have to do that over and over again.
And that's an old school RP. That is definitely, you don't see it as much nowadays. Nowadays, it's more of like if you hit the target, you hit the target.
Yeah.
Like in Skyrim. But yeah, no, some of those older games, like you could swing and you could miss, or they could parry, or even though there's not really an animation for you, like you're definitely hitting them, but you don't.
Yeah. But I'm actually somewhat excited to try Morrowind, like a proper sit-down try Morrowind, because I'm already kind of interested in it, because you get a vision, you have to save the world. Obviously, you're the chosen one, essentially. But not even thinking about that, the way I've already been, like, introduced to a bit of a quest was kind of cool. I don't know if you remember, you get off the boat, there's barrels off to the side, there's a ring in there, ring of health. That's some guy's ring that you just happen to find. And you can talk to him and be like, hey, you can like do the selections like anything you need, like need help or anything like that. And be like, hey, yeah, I lost a ring after these guards shook me down. Do you have it? Do you know where it is by any chance? And if you have it on you, you'd be like, oh yeah,
Just
I
happen
have
to
it.
have it.
Like, yeah, I have it. Here you go. He's like, oh yeah, okay, here you go. Go to the store. They'll like give you cheaper prices. Though I don't know. I haven't played much. I don't know if I got cheaper prices. I'm gonna be real with you, but I asked for like rumors to see if there's anything to do. They're like, yeah, this guy upstairs, he's having a hard time. He keeps losing money in bets. So I went to talk to the guy. He's like, yeah, I forget exactly what happened. It was like, yeah, I keep losing money, but I want it back. So do you think you can find out where the guy that keeps taking my money from these wagers is hiding it? I was like, sure, I'll do it. Fuck it. I don't have any allegiances to anyone right now. I just got here. So he's like, go wait at this tower. You get to spot the guy and watch him and go where and see where he goes at night. You can't fucking wait anywhere. Anywhere you rest inside of a town's borders is illegal. And so I was like, I'm just gonna walk around more. But I found the guy that I need to keep an eye on. So I was like, okay, when it's nighttime, I'll go deal with that. I also was told about there's a cave just down the road. Some bandits are there. They keep harassing us. The guards don't do shit about it. Can you take care of it? So I'm in there right now, fighting the occasional guy, being a rogue, a really bad rogue, mind you, just trying to stab shit. But every time I get a hit in, I'm excited because I'm like, okay, I'm doing combat. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing combat. And it's just kind of fun to be put into a world, having to actually sit down and kind of read things because nothing's voice acted in that game besides like, hello, traveler. Besides that, and it's just journals like, hey, yeah, Hrothgar keeps losing money. Can you like find out where it's like, I like that. I'm excited to give it a shot.
No, it's a good classic RPG. I mean, it's a fantastic world. It's fun. I remember it was like one of the first major cities you go to. I don't remember what it's called. The guards are all wearing like this like tannish goldish armor. It kind of looks like it's like made out of bone. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
And I would go. I found out I could just go into people's houses, and then I could wait till like night, and I could kill them. No,
This guy's doing
think
some
I was
other
just,
shit.
No, I think I was just sneaking in. I don't know if I killed them, or if I was just sneaking in and just stealing absolutely fucking everything, and then going to the town and going to the merchant the next day and selling them. And I just did that to like every fucking house until I was absolutely loaded. And then I think I was also able to like lure a guard somewhere and like kill them and take their armor. I don't remember. It was a really fun time. It's a sandbox. It's a fun. That's the thing about Bethesda games that are always just so good is like they're just such a good like there's plenty of open world RPGs, but like the just sandboxiness of Bethesda games are what makes them unique, I'd say, and like it's just the open-endedness of everything and the quests and the way you can just get, like you might start a quest here, you might start a quest there, there's so many different things and options. It's a good time. Obviously, Skyrim built upon all of these things and is the big daddy of all of them. I guess not daddy, the prodigy son, perhaps. Of the family line, has been released countless times.
I think 7 in total as of right now.
Oh my god, is it actually?
I'm not complaining. I guess I
I bought it twice.
Same,
and
actually.
I will eventually buy it the third time once I'm ready for my next playthrough in the modding.
No, I bought it 3 times actually.
Because I haven't bought the newest version.
Special edition.
Yeah, with all of the they're not store things. What are they called?
The Creation Club?
Yeah, I've not. Yeah, it has all the Creation Club and a bunch of Creation Club stuff that was never released. Mm-hmm. But I just, I like to wait. I want to wait until more mods are ported over, and because I know it's not as mod heavy yet.
I feel like maybe there's quite a few mods for it now, all things considering.
Yeah, I don't know. Last time I checked, it wasn't, but I haven't checked in a while.
Yeah. Oblivion, we have some experience with Oblivion.
All right, we skipped over Oblivion.
Yeah, because I got into Morrowind. um, you showed me the first Bethesda game you showed me was Oblivion, or I think maybe we talked about Fallout 3, but the medieval RPG you showed me was Oblivion, and Oblivion was pretty fucking good. It looks bad now because obviously it's old, but for the time it's
terrible though.
No, it doesn't look terrible.
And
you're
like,
the
gameplay holds up for sure.
Yeah, the gameplay holds up because swinging actually hits the enemy.
Yeah.
But
fuck the lockpicking.
Yeah, fuck the lockpicking. That's the only one thing. Well, fuck that shit. The fact that for some reason Elder Scrolls Online has that is really weird to me. I wish they didn't.
Yeah, I very much love the Fallout and Skyrim lockpicking.
Just the circle, like, hey, here's the 2 pins. Yeah. But
push A or D.
Yeah, Oblivion, to me, I'm gonna go back and actually beat it at some point. But they're big games that I don't know when I'm gonna get there. But from what we have played, Oblivion, to me, I still think of it somewhat fondly. It's like, oh yeah, all these things. I did the Dark Brotherhood quest once a while back. I was like, this is actually pretty cool. Like, it's really just cool. That being said, I don't care much for the main story in Oblivion. I would much. It's something that I kind of like. Okay, I get it. There is the main story. You have to do that eventually. But I do want an RPG where it is somewhat more open ended with its whole ending, which Skyrim gives us that, I believe. You beat the main story and then off you go back into Skyrim and you can do fuck all. But the older RPGs, Bethesda RPGs, don't do that. Fallout 3, before the DLC came out for Fallout 3, you end the game credits and you have to reload a save from before beating it. And same with New Vegas. Sucks they never did that with New Vegas.
I know.
But yeah, Oblivion was just classic. There's not much I remember from Oblivion personally because it's been so long and I haven't played it in so long. But like, it's a great old fucking RPG. I remember when we tried to co-op it. Mouse, you got keyboard and I got mouse, or you got mouse and I got keyboard. Like, that's
the ultimate co-op experience.
Honestly, that was just kind of fun. Where like, no, we need to go over there, and you're like, no, we're going over here. I was like, dude, but like, it's a jank old fun time, and I enjoyed it. Like, all my memories of Oblivion are, I enjoyed the fucking game, and I can't wait to give it a shot to properly beating it this time.
It's also like, just in general, like, I think the world design holds up really well. Like, just like the actual map and layout and towns and like some of the rolling fields you get to. It's a really pretty and like well made environment.
Yeah.
That I think still holds up pretty well. Like, it can look really beautiful when the sun's out and like over the water's like beautiful, crystal clear blue. It can look good. And it holds up incredibly well in gameplay, I'd say. And obviously, if you don't think it does, if you're on PC, you just go mod the shit out of it.
Until it crashes, and you have to delete mod and see if it crashes again, and go and delete that mod again. Modding is a pain in the ass.
You're like, I don't even want to play it.
I did that with Skyrim like 2 years ago.
Oh, I have done that a dozen times between the different Bethesda. Yeah, I've done that with New Vegas. I've done that with 4. I've done that with Skyrim. It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good time. That's why I'm very excited with Nexus doing more mod pack stuff. They've been testing more mod pack stuff. I didn't
even know they were doing mod
packs.
Yeah,
they're really they're pouring a lot of energy and money into their mod packs. So I think that's actually going to be more of a viable thing coming up soon.
Yeah, because it's like Minecraft. It would be. It's like, oh, you want to play a mod pack that's designed more towards this? Download it, install it, and just play the fucking thing.
Yeah,
that's going to be dope.
You also get to like there's just certain mods I would never maybe think to install, or like I honestly, I'm bad at like downloading quest mods. I don't do that as much as I maybe should. Yeah. Like, there's certain things I might not touch, and mod packs would help me touch them more.
Yeah. I don't know anything else to say. That's just pretty cool.
Oblivion's great. Go play it. Skyrim's great.
Go play it.
That's the one I've played the most, for sure.
Yeah, same.
Let's see what does Steam tell me.
Oh, no.
Skyrim.
Actually, I sailed the 7 Seas for a little bit with Skyrim before I even properly bought it on PC.
Oh, yes. Like, what did you mean by Skyrim? I have 150 hours in the original, and then I have another 70 hours in special edition.
84 for original, and for special edition, I have 5 hours. And I feel like obviously some hours aren't being counted because back when I played it, occasionally I wouldn't have internet, so probably add maybe another 20 hours to the 80. Oh, and even when I sell the 7C, it's probably of like another 30, if anything. So add 30 to the 20 that added 20 to the 80. I'll let you guys do the math. Fuck you guys. Yeah, the Skyrim is good. Despite it being a bit more casual in terms of RPG, I think, personally, hot take here, from a lot of older Bethesda fans, they were like, no, it's too casual. Fuck you. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, it's a little bit light on some things. I don't give a shit. It does it really well. Despite the features that are added to the game, features, quotations, it's still a really good RPG. Like, yeah, I don't understand why people are like, there's not enough. I'm like, it's perfectly fine, guys. Like, come
Like,
on.
I get it. I just, from its roots. But, and that sucks to see your game go away from maybe what you liked out of that game. But just know, there are other games out there. Thankfully, there are some very hard. What am I trying to think of that really
Kingdom
good?
Come? Kingdom Deliverance?
No. It's a top-down. It's an ARPG. Is it called ARPG?
Asymmetric RPG, yeah.
Yeah, it's an asymmetric RPG. Divinity.
Oh, yeah, Divinity.
Yeah, Divinity. Go fucking play Divinity. Holy shit, I still need to play that. That's
We should play that.
Super hardcore RPG.
It's like D&D with a set
yeah.
story, and it's fucking good.
I've played a little bit of it, and I thought the dialogue, the way the dialogue system works is really cool, and like I could be talking, and then you could chime into the conversation, like we can have multiple people chiming
Divinity
in, multiple
2
players.
Oh yeah, it's like 4-player co-op, I believe. I think the first one is local co-op. I don't remember, but 2 is online for sure. I've played more 2 than 1. But yeah, it could. The nice thing with Divinity, because I've played it for a little bit, is you could talk to a guy, and maybe you're failing your speech check, and you're like, you know what, I'll come back later. Then I could come in and have a different conversation. I could have that same conversation you just had because I'm a different person, and I could pass all my skill checks. Like, all right, off we go into the thing you couldn't do. You fucker, you sucked at this. And it's just kind of cool. Yeah, doing that is just really cool. Mods for Divinity 2 are pretty cool. There's a Chronomancer, which is time magic. Barely played that one because I tried playing it like 3 times. But just the amount of mods that exist are pretty cool. A vampire mod, a different magics mod.
I actually didn't know there was a big modding scene.
I don't know if it's that big, but it's decently sized as far as I'm aware.
I mean, I feel like if it's big enough to add like classes, that's bigger than most.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. So play
yeah,
that
anyways.
if you want a classic RPG.
No,
fuck you. Skyrim's fine.
Go play Arena.
You dickhead. No, Daggerfall actually. Arena's different. Go play Daggerfall.
Oh yes, Daggerfall. Yeah, I haven't played either of them. And then we go on to Fallout.
I mean, I feel like there was a bit more to say about Skyrim, but
no, there probably is. Oh yeah, the fucking DLCs.
Yeah,
nothing else. The DLCs were.
I haven't played. So let's backtrack real fast. I haven't played any Morrowind DLC. Have you?
No, I didn't know there was DLC for Morrowind.
There is apparently 2. I didn't know that either.
Oh.
Moving on. Have you played any Oblivion DLC?
No, I said that.
Okay, cool. I started one, didn't ever finish it because I was kind of done with Oblivion at that point. We're moving on. Skyrim. You play any of those?
I have finished all of them. I'm pretty sure.
I haven't.
The only one I'm skeptical of, I can't remember if I actually finished the dragon one.
I don't even remember fucking that one. Soul Slime? I don't fucking... The different continent one? I don't remember.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. There was the vampire one I think I beat. No. I started it and got like halfway through and I never beat it. But Skyrim's good. It's fun. There's a lot of...
Dawnguard, Hearthfire, and Dragonborn. Those are the 3.
I've done Hearthfire because that's just home. I like having a little house to go back to. Finally store all the cheese wheels I have. But, yeah. I played a little bit of Soul Slime. The fucking place is cool looking. Because it's basically Morrowind in Skyrim's engine, and
Yeah.
it was just like, this is fucking cool. Imperials all the way. The
It's
good
like
the
it's the
good
lesser
guys.
of two evils.
Yeah.
Maybe.
One's a puppet government. The other one's racist.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally what it is, dude. One's just hardcore racist. The other one's a puppet government to the high elves, I believe.
I just remember I was playing. I played. I was going with the Stormcloaks. My first one through. Luckily, I was making hard saves, and I was playing and playing and playing, and then eventually I got to them being racist against an Argonian, and I was like, well, that's pretty fucked up. And then they came for Whiterun. I was like, hell no. Hell no.
Yeah, no.
Hell no. Immediately swapped.
Yeah.
And then playing more through, and I'm like, okay, you guys are like really fucked up and racist. Okay, fuck you guys. Didn't quite get that the first time through.
Yeah, my first playthrough, I've essentially beat the war campaign with the Stormcloaks because I was like, I'm already too deep in. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll just continue playing. Because at some point I was like, I don't really like the Stormcloaks that much, but I'm already too deep into my choices, and I was on Xbox, so I don't have saves that go that far back. So I was like, my next playthrough, Imperials, saved Whiterun, a Jarl Balgruff, best Jarl, at me on Twitter, at Sunshine Mexico _Mexico, at me on Twitter. Jarl Balgruff is the best Jarl. We all know this. The only one thing I'll say I don't like about Skyrim, and this is an old game, if you're playing it for the first time, spoilers, but if you're not, fuck you. You are told to kill Parthenax, your friendly dragon, because he's a dragon. And that's like one of the last things you do, and I fucking hate that because he's a nice dragon. He's like, I don't give a shit about what's going on down there. I just want to be up here. And I hated that so much. Every time I found out this mod exists of saving him instead of killing him and the quest moves on, I got the mod and was like, we're saving him. I don't give a shit about anyone else. Like, bruh.
That does suck. I don't even remember having to kill him. That does suck.
Yeah, I remember given the choice, like, kill him. I was like, no, and I just never did the quest. I never went past it. Yeah, Skyrim is a good old RPG time.
It's fantastic.
Even if it's less RP and just more G, it's still a good game.
No, it's a great game, and there's a lot of fun you can have, and obviously, just like any Bethesda game, the modding scene is so good. So good.
Yeah. All those sex mods, beautiful. You have to download like two like body mods that allow your character to be just naked with dick out, tits out, vagina out to make characters look good. I never really did that, but I know that's also a thing in Fallout 4. Like you want a nice looking character, you got to get the tits mod.
Catalina's beautiful body enhancement, I believe, is the mod.
This guy remembers it. This dude here remembers it.
Skin textures. You gotta.
I mean, I never bothered.
High
honestly.
res. Oh, dude, I love making my bitch up. Like I do her makeup. It's fun.
Yeah, it's not on here on the list, but Elder Scrolls Online is still an Elder Scrolls game, despite it being very different. I don't know how much time you put into it. I have a little bit of time put into it.
I've barely played any of it.
It's a good RPG. Like, an online game, it's good. I do recommend giving it a genuine... You just buy the base game, and that's it. No sub. And you have a big-ass map to explore. Tons of fucking quests. And it... again, a little bit less RP, more G, because... you have to scale some things back for being an MMO, but it's still a really fantastic Elder Scrolls game. I'm there in the Elder Scrolls world. The only thing that puts me off from playing it is that it's 100 gigabyte download. It probably more through its launcher. And I don't have that space right now. And if I do on another hard drive, but that's for other shit. So I'd have to get another hard drive that can support that. World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy 14, the critically acclaimed one, has reached up to level 16.
Hard drive.
Yeah, the MMO drive, essentially. And it's just
MMOs
like,
be big. I'm glad WoW's not that big.
No, honestly, I'm
WoW
surprised
stays
it's
like
that
30
small.
gigabytes at all or
Yeah.
something. It's pretty small.
I think it's
They
like
do good.
I think it's actually closer to 70 gigabytes.
Oh, is it?
I think maybe 60. I have 80 hours in Elder Scrolls Online, but yeah, I recommend giving it a shot. Give it a shot with Jace. She might like it.
No, I would definitely like to play it. I have 25 minutes in Elder Scrolls Online.
I think most of those are on the launcher.
I have heard nothing but good things. Here's the thing. Yeah, that's exactly what I've heard. Is just like SWTOR. Like if you just want to play a good, I guess just a good single player RPG, basically.
Yeah.
And you can go through it. Then you can start. There's like multiple campaigns. You can go through all the different campaigns that they've added. And so yeah, I've got nothing to good to say. I've heard it's good. I can't speak to the actual like MMO RPG side of it, like how it actually does as like an end game like progression MMO RPG.
Mm-hmm.
But as if you just want to play a single player RPG version of it, you can certainly do that, and it's good.
And if you want to play with like maybe 3 of your friends, fucking go for it. It works really well for that because a lot of my hours are with a good friend of mine. Me and her just fucking was like, you know what, let's fucking play it, and we decided to give it a try. And she got more into it than me because with MMOs, I can burn out real fast if that's the only thing I'm playing, which is what happened. I played maybe 30 hours. She put like I think closer to 100 something hours. But yeah, for that, it's like, okay, we got the same quest. Let's go do the same thing together, and we're just doing it. The only thing that I don't like is I think he only does it with some quests. But you know how in World of Warcraft, for World of Warcraft does it with most of its quests as far as I'm aware. We both have the same quest. We both have to kill 5 dragons or whatever, baby wyverns. You kill one, it counts as a kill for me, and we're both doing it. At least if I tag it, it counts for both of us.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls Online doesn't do that with some of its quests. We all both have to kill. You'll have to kill 8 skeletons in the catacombs. We both have to kill 8 individually, which sucks. But I think it's fine.
Even if you're both attacking the same one.
I think it counts. I think that counts.
Okay.
If we're both attacking the same one, but if we don't attack the same one, we both off doing our own things. Then it doesn't really track. World of Warcraft, some quests do track, even if I'm attacking something. I lose something, it counts for
wow,
you.
Everything.
Yeah.
Quests. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. WoW's been a little bit better with that. Elder Scrolls Online, I don't think does that. That might have changed since last time I played, because hold up, my fucking thing tells me I've played August 7th of 2020.
Okay, so yeah, it's been a little bit.
Yeah. I'm surprised, honestly, online has lasted for as long as it did. The fact that it is lasting as long as it is, it has to have some merit to there's probably a good amount of shit to do even at endgame. If it's
I mean, and they're still
now.
releasing expansion after expansion.
They're,
it's like wow, so they're,
I got a Facebook
they're
ad.
obviously doing great.
I got a Facebook ad saying, "Yeah, we're gonna do an announcement soon." I was like, "Oh, cool." So yeah, give that a shot if you want to play another Elder Scrolls RPG. And if you don't know the lore-wise of Elder Scrolls Online, it takes place before, I believe, all of the Elder Scrolls games. I think it's a prequel essentially, because it's the 3 factions going to war over Cyrodiil, and if I remember correctly, that's a prequel to even Arena and Daggerfall, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I say give it a fucking shot. You personally, Devin, I say go for it if you want to play
I will one day.
RPG.
It's on the bucket list. Don't worry.
You're gonna be 60 years old. I'm playing the Elder Scrolls Online for the first time. Elder Scrolls Online 3.
Oh yeah, maybe.
But yeah, honestly, that's it.
Good stuff. Now to the Fallout.
Yeah,
Fallout. I love Fallout. It's great.
I love Fallout.
It's just great. It's
Yeah.
unique. It's a good spin on things. It's carved its own identity. It's stupid. It's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. I mean, there's lots of things to say. We
mean-
never played Fallout 1 or 2, really, right? haven't really.
Very little 1 and very little 2. And
Yeah,
I mean,
I've,
very little
booted
as
it
in I
up
played
and,
it for 20 minutes. That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah, same.
I've seen videos on them. Fantastic RPGs. Definitely not for me anymore because of how old they are. I struggle to play games like that. Divinity's different because it's similar to Divinity, but Fallout is a little bit slower in
Yeah, I mean,
in that.
Divinity is modernized, so
Yeah,
it's a modern game.
fantastic RPGs.
Fallout.
Can't play it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, take it away with Fallout 3. You're the one
Yeah,
with the most time on it.
Fallout 3. I remember my Zach, his father. It's a mutual friend of ours.
Yep.
He was playing Fallout 3. And I was just watching, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is amazing!" And I started to save. And I played a little bit, and then our birthdays were coming up, and he got me Fallout 3 for my birthday. And dear God, I played so much fucking Fallout 3. I mean, just shooty post-apocalyptic nuclear 50s version of Elder Scrolls. I don't know. It's just the same type of RPG, but different setting, and it's fantastic. So many fun quests, so many memorable fucking like Megaton and Rivet City, and the DLC for that game were also all just pretty fucking fantastic, except Zeta. Fuck Zeta.
Yeah.
No,
I
Zeta's
mean,
fine. I played it
yeah,
more
yeah.
recently, and it was a lot better.
Same.
But it just had the problem of like it felt maybe it was too long for just being restricted to a ship.
Yeah.
Maybe if we had traveled to like a planet or something, like I didn't mind putting 20 hours into like Point Lookout.
Mm.
You know, there's multiple locations and you're going around, but like it's just like the same ship interior. And then also, I fucking somehow missed my chest full of fucking items. I beat the game and I beat the DLC, and then I went back and I was like, "Where's my fucking items? I still haven't found them." I didn't realize you just got them right away.
Yeah, they're like
I
in a
missed
chest off to the side, in a side room that you have access to really
Just
early
rough.
on into that.
And also, I remember the scale. Like, if you go in at a certain level, the scaling is so fucked up where it's like so hard to kill some of these aliens and robots because they have
Yeah.
so much health for the damage you can do at a certain level, and it was a little rough, but still a really fun game.
Oh yeah.
Still a fun DLC for the most part. It was a cool story. I like the characters, and obviously just Fallout 3 in general. I mean, is fantastic. Three Dog, fucking Moira,
Dad.
not Moira. What's her name?
I think Moira Brown.
Oh,
Moira Brown. Yeah. Classic.
Even
People
as
hate
a
her.
ghoul, she's chippy and cheery. It's just so good.
Yeah.
Your father, he's a dog at some point.
That is true.
It's true. Tranquility Lane. Oh,
That's I feel like for
That's a
Fallout
good
that's
quest.
that's a good like quest moment to the story.
that's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, the DLCs are good. Point Lookout, I don't like that much, honestly.
Oh yeah.
I don't like many of the DLCs for 3. If we're comparing them to New Vegas, I like New Vegas more. Point Lookout looks ugly to me. I don't like Swampy as much. Fallout 4, Far Harbor, I like it a bit more just because it's more modernized. Mothership Zeta, I agree. It's very boring, fun in some moments. Boring. The ending boss battle of the Mothership Zeta, where you have to control the ship, stupid. You can accidentally nuke a part of the planet, which I believe is non-canon. But you could just accidentally blast a portion of the U.S. off the map, essentially. Yeah, it was. It's a good RPG. Anchorage, yeah, just fucking. Here's the first-person shooter. You're playing Call of Duty now. My least favorite of all the DLCs because of just how, just like, here's the assault rifle. Go and push territories. Just you're being told.
Anchorage. The only reason you do Anchorage is so you can get basically the most powerful armor in the game at like
the Gauss
level
rifle. Yeah.
7. You can get in there so quick. And
It's
so
so
great.
hard at low levels, though. Oh, fuck. It's hard at low levels because you have no health. It's your base health as far as I'm aware.
Oh God, you're right. It is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it can be tricky.
But
But
it's
I
worth it
always
if you
I
can
always
do it.
run over there. Yeah, because you can do it in like
Yeah.
2 hours and then you're set. Um, I remember when I first played Fallout 3. Another jank story. I right when you walk out, you have a chance to encounter. If you take a right on the road, go up the road, you have a chance to encounter Brotherhood of Steel outcasts,
Hmm.
and they'll walk by you and they won't give you any harm. But like, I had some landmines, and I really wanted that armor, and so I spent about 2 hours quick loading, quick saving, trying to fucking kill these guys, and eventually I did. Through pure will and determination, and those 3 frag grenades in the first mailbox. And then I tried to equip the armor, and you couldn't, because you need power armor training. And god damn it, I was like, fuck! Spent that whole time doing that. I still got, like, you still get some laser rifles, and I
Yeah.
think I probably sold the armor for a good
That's
couple
good. That's
caps.
good money early
No,
on.
yeah, that's good caps.
Yeah.
But man, but like just it just shows the open endedness of this games, how fun you can kind of just jank things around, and the fact that you can take those people on at such a low level with enough quick
Will.
saving and yeah, will and determination. Broken Steel is the final DLC that I think released, right?
Yeah. Which I hate that DLC
You hate it.
because
Strong word.
it's kind of I don't remember any. I don't. Well, okay, hold on. Last year I streamed Fallout 3. Its DLC didn't complete all its DLCs. I know for a fact I completed Anchorage and also Mothership Zeta. I never beat Point. I might have. I don't remember. But I got really far with Point Lookout, and actually I did beat Point Lookout if I remember correctly. But I never did Broken Steel because you have to beat the base game, and then it's to lead up afterwards to where the Project Purity or whatever goes on, and you like all the water or whatever. And it's like that was so boring to me, even when the first time I originally played it. So it's like my first time giving Fallout 3 a shot into beating it instead of just kind of exploring the world. I did not remember what the fuck's going on and didn't like it that much. I know I said Point Lookout was my bottom. I forgot the name of Broken Steel. That's at the bottom for me. I didn't give a shit about it. I just do not care about that one. All the other ones are perfectly fine. So that's my take on it.
Great.
I did not like it that much.
I thought it was fun because one, obviously, you got to continue the story after the game closed and you ran credits. So it did the thing that we were hoping New Vegas would eventually do with one of the DLCs. And it was kind of fun. Like, as someone who did care about the story in Fallout 3 and enjoyed the hell out of it, and the Enclave and Brotherhood of Steel conflicts, just cool in my opinion. It was cool to actually see like a little more of war of the, if I remember correctly, in Broken Steel. It didn't do too much for sure. It was like one quest chain. It really wasn't like a big DLC. But at the time, it cost $15, and I didn't mind paying that to be able to continue the campaign after, tied up some loose ends, just some other things. So, like, I wouldn't say it was, like, the most exciting DLC, but I wouldn't say I disliked it, I guess. And I'm not trying to...
I get it. I just didn't really like it. Compared to all the other ones, it's my least favorite because, one, I don't remember much of what happened, and two, it's just, like, to me, it was boring.
Fair enough.
Really. It's like, I get to continue the story. Cool. I do like fighting the Enclave, though. Fuck the Enclave. I think the Brotherhood of Steel are really cool. In 3... less so in 4, personally.
No, 4 is terrible. 4 is definitely like 4 is the bad version. There's different branches of the Brotherhood of Steel, and some of them are pretty great. Like Fallout 3, where Elder Lion just wants to help out. He tries to help the people out pretty well around him, and tries to safe keep things. And whereas 4 is they're just like greedy pirate mercenaries.
Yeah, that like fuck.
They just kind of they're like, we're just gonna take all of the technology for ourselves. Like, they even want to kill the railroad, which are just trying to help like free synths from slavery.
Yeah.
So it's like, the Brotherhood of Steel in 4 is not great. And in New Vegas, I think they were not.
They really
set
secluded
them up,
themselves.
I think better, right? You can set them up better if you do the coup, I think, but they're still
Uh,
not
yeah,
great.
yeah. They after the war with the NCR, they secluded themselves and they just stopped participating into anything there, unless
Yeah.
you went out of your way to really talk to them through Veronica. Um, but yeah, they're okay in New Vegas, just not as interesting. Though I put more time in New Vegas than 3. I like them in New Vegas.
I almost think they're not. I want to say they're less interesting. I just think it's cool to see. I don't mind seeing different branches of it. And I
No,
think
neither
it's
do I.
like the story of the New Vegas one is cool that they went to war and they kind of got their asses kicked eventually and so they had to kind of go in hiding. So it's cool that they're kind of like a hidden secret. They're in Hidden Valley Ranch.
Nice.
And so it's fun. It's fun. And yeah, Veronica's a great companion. You get out of it.
Oh, she's great in my current playthrough.
Unless you fuck. Oh yeah, she'll punch the shit out of things, man.
Oh yeah, she's been punching the shit out of everyone for me because playing through XCloud, the stream delay, I can't hit shit. So I'm trying to hit shit, and I'm pulling back, and Veronica would just come out of nowhere, deck him in the face,
Gary.
and it's just like, thank you. But yeah, Fallout 3, classic. I prefer New Vegas more than 3, but 3 was a good foundation, especially for Bethesda's first shot at taking Fallout and modernizing it at the time. It's I like. There's still a lot of things in 3 that are very interesting that I might like more than New Vegas, but I still like New Vegas more than 3. The weird tree thing in Fallout 3, the guy that's in the tree, I think his name's Harold. That fucking thing weirded me out so much my first time around, and even recently I was like, that he's weird but cool, and just doing that. Getting high off your ass in Point Lookout was really funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a great that was such a fun quest. No, Fallout 3 had some really the main story, it's not for everybody. Yeah, same thing. Jace wasn't like the biggest fan of the main story. Especially the fact that especially playing newer Bethesda games, there's lots more choices to the main stories. Like obviously in Skyrim you get to choose between 2 major factions. In New Vegas, you get to choose between a bunch of factions. Fallout 4, you get to choose between factions, which I know not everybody likes. Yeah. And I think Fallout 4 did it pretty poorly.
Based.
Wasn't my favorite. But for sure, I think Fallout 3, I had some of the best, just really good side quests. Just some of the best side quests, like Tenpenny Tower, that whole thing with the ghouls. I know early on you meet a family of cannibals.
Yeah,
you can uncover that secret. There's like the vampires. I didn't even know about that quest line until Jace was playing it. Yeah, there's plenty of really Rivet City and all their quests are really fun. Megaton, obviously, the Megaton Tenpenny feud thing. There's so many different things.
The only link between Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 being the android that's there.
Fuck, I swallowed my spit wrong. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, but that's just like I swallowed and I just fucking felt it go.
No. Yeah, because I did most of the interesting quests in Fallout. No, well, not most. I know that for a fact there's quite a lot I missed in Fallout 3. I did the vampire one in 3, and I was like, after redoing that, I was like, this is a very interesting quest. I like this quest. Like, I now that I'm older, I really like going back at games I played as a kid and being a little bit more critical of them, just because it's interesting to kind of think about it that way, where it's like, okay, the whole thing with the Republic of Dave really fucked up, but also kind of like interesting. How it was just this one guy that's like, I'm the leader. This is my country. This is my land. Very like, it's like he has like 4 wives or whatever, and it's like you can kick him out of the country. It's not the Republic of Dave anymore, even though the market is still called the Republic of Dave. They have a vote, but it's rigged in Dave's favor. Like, that's just kind of goofy, but also interesting. The thing with the tree man, Harold, where he wants to die. He doesn't want to live anymore, but the people there, it's a religion. And they will hate you if you... Yeah, they will hate you if you kill him. I killed the tree out of just like... He got stuck there. He should die. He wants to die.
You can burn him, which is pretty fucked up.
Yeah, you could just kill him, I think, immediately. Yeah. It's like there's a lot of just interesting things throughout the
The
world.
lone sniper encounter
Oh,
in the
the mi-
minefield.
yeah, the minefield. Oh my god.
That was fun. That was cool.
Yeah, I
Coming to pot.
remember. No, go on. Sorry.
No, I was just that was just saying that was a cool thing to like come. You know, I think I remember coming upon that just naturally, just kind of walking, and suddenly I was being sniped at, and I was trying to make my way towards them, and then there was mines. I was like, fuck. That was fucking cool.
Yeah, there's just so many cool. Like Bethesda really knew how to do this. Really cool. Just a bunch of shit in the world, and if you come across it naturally, it's just kind of cool. The sniper was really cool. My playthrough, I was able to. He did see me at first, but eventually I was able to hide away to be sneaking, and I got behind him and I started just shooting at him from behind. It's like, that's what you get. You were shooting at me.
That's where I always go to. I know there's a lawnmower there for my shish kebab.
I
Get my
couldn't
lawnmower
find the
blade.
fucking pieces before ending my playthrough. But yeah, the campaign, just the story for Fallout 3 is not bad either. The whole you're in the Enclave area was kind of cool. I don't think you can go back into that building, but I wish you could, because I wish I could.
Yeah, no, you can't. Into
I
the
wish I could explore it
Enclave
more.
HQ.
Yeah, I wish I could have explored that much more than I did my last playthrough. But I don't want to launch up Fallout 3 just to do that one
You're
thing.
right.
But yeah, that was just kind of cool to experience. Yeah, Fallout 3 was actually a really good game. It's weird how people pit 3 and New Vegas together. It's like, no, this one's better than the other one. I mean, yeah, maybe one is better, but ultimately it's preference. Like, I love Fallout 3. I love New Vegas more.
Yeah, you can't like Fallout 3 it made Fallout into what it is today.
Yeah.
From obviously Fallout 1 and 2 were top down ARPGs or whatever they're called. Fallout 3 brought it to the FPS third person shooter. I don't know who plays in third person, but somebody out there. And modernized it and just made it kept the same great humor, dark humor, fun stuff, good quest design. And then Fallout New Vegas just was like, hey, let's make 3, but let's make it better in every way as far as gameplay wise, in my opinion. I think most people's opinion. I don't know. I mean, you get ADS if nothing else, thank God.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just seems to expand upon it, and I think it's debatable which one has the better story. Some people say Fallout 3, some people say New Vegas. I like them both a lot. I don't need to say one's better than the other.
Yeah, I think story wise, 3 is better than New Vegas, but New Vegas overall, personally, better than 3.
Yeah, they have both. They just have both.
Because
good.
Yeah. The story for New Vegas is really like you do the Yes Man, you do the NCR, or you do the Legion, and
Or
whatever
House.
or House. That's right. There's 4. So whichever faction you choose early on is what story you'll get, which is cool. But some of the stories are just kind of bad. The Legion story, it was not finished because it was rushed, essentially.
Yeah,
So-
I heard there's not a whole lot of Legion.
Though they had a
It
lot
is-
of planned. But NCR is the more fleshed out one. There's the Yes Man is just kind of very easy to do. Do the whole thing with the platinum chip with Benny, and same with House. That kind of railroads into the same thing. But like, yeah, it can be kind of boring because it's like the story in Vegas to get to the end is very easily streamlined. If you go up to New Vegas, talk to Benny, meet Yes Man, you can very quickly beat the game afterwards.
Oh yeah, it's not a whole lot going on.
Yeah. So yeah,
Not to say it's the worst thing. Obviously, just like Fallout 3, it's got side quests aplenty and great side quests that they are. I mean, the intro's great. Everything, heck, obviously Good Springs. I might try to make it a Good Springs while I'm in Vegas. That'd be
Hopefully
really
you can.
cool. It's not far out. I think it's like a 40-minute drive. It's not too bad. But yeah, I mean, New Vegas just took what made Fallout 3 great and made it better with ADS and more
More crafting.
better systems. I really didn't mind Was condition in? No, condition was in Fallout 3, right? You could repair.
Yeah, you could have repaired.
Yeah, I liked. I definitely like the repairing system in New Vegas better.
Because you can just repair to max immediately.
Yeah, you can repair with your own weapons, right?
Mhm.
That's how it works.
I mean, you can do it for both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. There's two ways to repair: is talking to someone that knows repair and repairing from them because they might have a higher skill than you, or in Fallout 3, depending on what your repair skill is at, is how much you can repair of your weapon. Because there is a limit. You hit 100, you can repair max. If you're at like 50, you can repair halfway or whatever.
Whereas in New Vegas, you can just go kill a bunch of people and then take all their guns and repair one to the max. It's great.
Yeah, which I like a lot more because it gets me to do the most damage sooner rather than later.
True.
But yeah, the side quests in New Vegas are pretty good. The Repcon Center one with the ghouls, the voice of that one ghoul, I forget his name, is really good. Like
the whole sending them to their death or sending them
to the moon. To the moon quotations. The rocket doesn't go that far as I'm aware.
No. The boomers.
Oh fuck.
I love the boomers. The boomers.
I mean, they're cool, but getting to them.
Oh my god.
You'll die. You'll die for sure.
That can be rough. Yeah, that's what quick save was invented for. All the vaults.
All the vaults were pretty good. The plant one was really interesting, where they became plant hybrids, and that's what you're killing in that vault.
Yeah, that one's a fun one. Go get your All-American in
Vault 34.
Zone.
Yeah, I'm in there. My latest save is right outside of Vault 34 because there are, I think they're called cisterns, but there are cisterns located around the map. It's like, hey, you go to one, you could fix one or whatever. Warning, radiation. Find out what's happening with the radiation, where the radiation is leaking into the water supply. And it sends you straight to Vault 34.
No question.
What's up?
I'm going to ask, who's your favorite companion? And give me gameplay. Like, who's your favorite to play with? And then who's your favorite just, if it's different, like, character-wise?
My favorite companion, in which one? 3 or
New Vegas.
In New Vegas? Okay. My favorite companion is Boone. Gameplay to like see fuck around. Veronica's kind of fun. Just punch. But Boone is to me I like because he'll engage from a farther distance, and like if I can keep the enemy farther away, better. But just for the goofiness of Fallout, Veronica. Non-humanoid companion, gotta go either. I feel like maybe Rex. I like more. I just like having a pet dog. Eddie's cool personally. I do think he's having an iBot's kind of cool, but Rex is much better in my opinion.
Oh, the Kings.
yeah, I love the Kings.
The Kings are great. The whole outskirts of Vegas.
Freeside.
Freeside's great. Freeside's got a lot of fun quests.
Yeah. One of the shopkeepers that sells meat, supposedly a cannibal. And it's heavily implied as far as I'm aware, or it's just not implied at all. But I swear it's heavily implied that he's a cannibal. The fucking casinos are pretty cool. There's the one that's more like sex, like oriented, I guess, as sex as they can.
The Gomorrah.
I think it's called the Gomorrah. I don't remember. Then you have the Tops, which is Benny's Casino, which is a classic casino. Then you have the Ultralux, which they're cannibals. For sure, cannibals. They try to kill you, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. I actually never did that quest. I watched Jace play that quest for the first time. I never really stepped foot in Ultralux. That's so good about these games. They're so big. There's like every playthrough, I usually end up doing a quest I've never
different.
done. So I try to kind of go different places. I try to be a little more diverse. So that's always really fun because I've never finished a Bethesda game.
I mean, you beat Fallout 4, didn't you?
Well, like I beat it. I beat all of them.
I would consider that beaten, but I guess not
like,
finished.
I've never completed a Bethesda game.
Oh, well, that's okay. Good luck doing that, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I haven't done that either. But, yeah, what's your favorite companion?
Companion is?
Yeah.
Obviously, so gameplay-wise, Boone's goated. He's just so good, especially when you give him the anti-material rifle. You'll just be walking, and suddenly, if you have the thing turned on,
cinematic cam.
Yeah, the cinematic cam. You'll just be walking. One time it scared the shit out of me. I was just walking around, and then suddenly cuts to a rad scorpion getting obliterated. Fucking Boone.
God, I had that happen with I had that happen twice in a row with Veronica. I got a kill and it did cinematic camera. Then right after mine,
I ended up
another one
turning it
played. I keep it on because it's like, oh,
I turn it
what's
off for
going on?
companions.
No, I keep it on. I don't. Get me jump scared. It's fucking funny.
My favorite companion, other in like more, I guess, lore story, just companion, is Raoul.
I've never had him as a companion, actually. Never
Yeah,
once in any
he's
playthrough.
just. I think you just find him in a fucking shack. Or no, is he?
I think you find him on Black Mountain.
That's locked. Yeah, he's the ghoul locked into Black Mountain. Then he goes back to his shack, and then I think you can recruit him from there.
I've saved him before, but I never knew he could be a companion. So I just never did anything about it. Because when I saved him, I never went over
in a
there.
shack like way on the north side of the map, and you save him in the south side of the map. So
Yeah.
I've never really had as a companion Arcade Ganon.
No, I think he's one of the more trickier ones to get as a companion. I hear he.
Yeah.
This goes way back. So, in basically high school, I made a few friends online. One of them was really into Fallout New Vegas. They made like weird. This is before what I knew a fan cam was. And do you know what a fan cam is?
I don't. What is
so a fan cam? It would be like taking snippets of any person and like editing it with like music. It's like, oh, I love this person or I love this character. They were essentially standing and doing fan cams of Arcade Ganon. And not to hate them because they're really nice. I haven't talked to them in years, but they were really nice, and I'm pretty sure they're still nice now. But it's like thinking about that now, it's like that's kind of funny to me. But apparently he was just a nice guy. Apparently he was a nice guy. So
Arcade Ganon?
Yeah. He was just a scientist that's helping other people. He's like in like a weird old military base that existed pre-war.
Yeah.
And he was just helping people. But yeah, I never got him as a companion either.
He's part of a society. I don't remember what they're called. I think that's how you get him as a companion. You have to help the society.
Yeah. There's also the super mutant. I forget her name.
Lilith. Lily?
I don't.
Lily?
I don't remember.
She's like a little grandma stealth boy mutant, whatever they're called. Nightkin. Fallout, New Vegas, Night.
I did Fallout 3. That's Fox. Fallout 3.
Yeah, Lily.
Yeah, Lily. Never
taken her. I've talked to her many times. I think
I've unlocked her, but never. Yeah,
I
didn't use her because I was already super set at like Boone and then Rex. I never go with anyone else because that's the old trusty combo.
Cass is great.
I'm actually working on getting Cass on my current run, even though it's just
Cass is great. I've completed her story and oh yeah, you could unlock Boone's cool armor when you help him kill his wife. Right?
No, kill the person that sold his wife.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because he already killed his wife.
Yeah, killed his wife. Sadly, the story, like the way I liked that about New Vegas, where characters would just slowly talk about stuff. Even just all the companions would do it. Cass does it. Veronica does it. Boone does it.
The more you unlock, the more you like, and then eventually you get like their legendary quest type thing.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Fallout 4 does really it, and it didn't really make that connection. Well, slowly as you spend time with more characters and get affinity, they'll talk about their stuff more. And I liked that in 4. Yeah, because it was nice. Like you do a quest, you spend enough time. Piper would be like, "Hey, Blue," and talk about stuff. Also, I like that nickname she gives you, Blue. I think that's cute.
I hope Skyrim, or not Skyrim. I just hope that in the next Elder Scrolls game, because like obviously they what do you call it? They staggered. Like they get a Fallout game, get Elder Scrolls game, get a Fallout game, and now we're gonna throw Starfield in the mix. Apparently,
I'm fine with that.
That's fine, except hopefully it doesn't take till people are like 2035 is the next Fallout. I'm like, oh god,
fuck. Shit, we're gonna be 40.
Well, no, people like if you map it out, if you're like it takes usually this amount of time between the major Bethesda RPGs,
Yeah.
and after Starfield, it's Elder Scrolls. So after Elder Scrolls, it will be Fallout's turn, and so
And then
Fallout
Starfield, then Elder
is
Scrolls.
potentially slated for a 2035 release window.
God, Todd
time
Howard's
area.
gonna be like 90 by the time Elder Scrolls 7 comes out.
We graduated high school when Fallout 4 came out,
Yeah.
and then we would be like, we would be like 35,
Oh no.
not 35, but we'd be 38 or 39
God.
if it came out in 35.
Yeah. Sucks that
I'm good.
Bethesda just feels like it's one big team working on one game after another. I wish it was smaller teams slowly working up the next game, so that means they could come out a little bit sooner.
Well, I mean, this isn't really an off Fallout topic. We still have. I'm sure you've heard it, and it's all just word of mouth. I mean, we know it's been said. But it's just we know it's nothing but a statement that people have said. Is we know that Xbox is considering loaning out the Fallout and other Bethesda properties to other. They wouldn't mind doing that. I know Bethesda says they don't really want to do that. And Obsidian says, like the head of Obsidian said just recently, like this month, I think, that he doubled down. He says, before my career ends, I would want to make another Fallout.
Yeah, oh my God.
He said that. He already said something previously last year about it. He's like, we'd love to do New Vegas 2 at some point. New Vegas 2, just another of our Fallout type game.
Another West Coast Fallout.
Another West Coast, basically, yeah, most likely. Cascadia.
Yeah. This is going to be really quick, but obviously you're newer to the content creation space than me, but I don't really bring this up. But me and Devin here have been wanting a Fallout Cascadia for a long time. We were in freshman year of high school, middle school, just Fallout Cascadia. That'd be one of the best things.
Great. Because we live there.
Yeah. It'd just be
I think it's always
fantastic.
fun to see. Like, I'm sure if you lived in Boston, you were like, oh.
Yeah, no, like people were actually like that.
Yeah.
I remember being oh, this is the square here. I've been here before.
I mean,
Good
that's
Springs.
kind of how I feel like I'm going to go to Vegas. I'm like, oh, it's New Vegas.
Yeah. But tangent aside, New Vegas.
DLC.
Best to worst, worst to best.
Well, I guess.
It'd be easy to go worst to best.
All right, let's go worst to best. My least favorite is probably.
Don't say it.
The Bulls and the Bears. Great Divide.
You motherfucker! How dare I'm so no. I wish I went into more like, how dare you? I mean, I don't like Dead Money, the casino one. I think that's kind of boring because you're stuck in an area. You are stuck there. Same with I think all the other ones. Really, you're stuck there until you're done. But it just felt small. I need to give it an honest try to really rank it. But the worst one as of right now, and that will probably change if we ever come back to Fallout or Bethesda as a topic, which we most likely will. We have years ahead of us until Nuclear Armageddon gets us all. Fallout reference. Honestly, if nuclear war pops off, it's a Fallout reference. Don't at me. So, Dead Money, you're just kind of stuck there. I can't agree with Lonesome Road being boring because it's very linear. And that's not what Fallout's about. I like it. It's not my favorite. I like it because it introduces more story to your character as before, because you're a courier that got shot in the head. You already had a job prior to deliver the platinum chip. Where was the end to that? Because it's like, I'll deliver the platinum chip and that's it. Yeah, I like that. I agree that it's very linear, and that's the worst thing about it. It's very linear.
I do agree that Dead Money is worse.
Oh, thank God.
I do.
I changed his opinion, guys. We're doing it live.
No, Dead Money. That's actually Jace's favorite.
Dead Money?
She
That's interesting. That's interesting.
fucking loves, and I don't know if you know what this game is about, but Danganronpa, Zero
Yeah, I know.
Escape, lots
Yes.
of those kind of like game roomy, escapey, and that was kind of like you were thrown in. You're like you have to uncover the vault secret, the secrets of the Sierra de Madre, and like you had like a cast. She actually did enjoy it. But no, that was
Actually,
not my favorite, and Dead Money could be a little frustrating at certain points, and
my answer's
fuck
changing.
those.
But
What are you gonna say? You
I
better
do
not
agree.
say it's one of the other ones that you hate the most, because
there's the only reason why I it's barely worse than Dead Money. Barely worse. And I'll explain in a bit, because I haven't done the DLC ever since every other playthrough. I just haven't done it because I always thought it was boring. Honest Hearts, where you're in the weird
I love
tribal
Honest Hearts.
the tribal gang war. I don't remember much about it, and that's the only memorable guy is this like the fire in a
Joshua
man's
Graham.
heart. Yeah, that's the only thing I remember. Other than that, nothing. Dead Money, I remember shit from Dead Money. That's it. That is it.
Tangent. I know. Right before it's Fallout. Right before this recording, I was on YouTube and I got recommended a video for. It said Joshua Graham needs work, and so I clicked on it, and it was Joshua Graham. It was obviously it was AI voice acting, but it was him being like, "I'm the greatest voice actor ever. Please hire me. Like, I'll even read the Bible." I don't know. It was really fucking funny. It was like nothing's above our Lord's scripture. It was just actually pretty fucking funny.
Bruh.
No, I really liked. What's the DLC called again?
Honest Hearts.
Honest Hearts. I liked Honest Hearts a lot. I think it was a really it was still deserty, but it was like the Grand Canyon.
Yeah,
right?
I might just need to play it again to be like, okay, yeah, this is good. But
I
as
thought
of
the
right
factions
now,
were cool.
I'll drop it below Dead Money for now.
I thought the factions were cool. I also really liked the weapons that you got in that DLC. It was a good DLC for weapons.
Don't remember shit, dude. I just do not
The
remember a
lever
single
action.
thing. You get a lever action in base
You get a different
Fallout.
lever action if I
That's
remember
true.
correctly. Or
I
you get
think
like
that's
a
true.
scout or it's like a Scoutmaster rifle or something. I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get some cool guns. I think most people probably would agree that the most goated is Old War Blues.
Surprisingly enough, I remember people disliking that DLC when it came out.
I didn't like it the first time I played through it. I liked it a lot more the second time I played through it.
Yeah.
Little penis fingers.
Yeah. I think what people didn't like, and I could be wrong here, I could be off base, is that while Fallout had its wacky moments, I think that might have been too wacky. Oh, we never talked about the pit in Fallout 3, actually.
It was great.
The pit's good.
was
When
scary.
playing it was, yeah, oh yeah.
It was
I
actually
remember-
scary because I remember I literally would go to fucking Best Buy because they would come out. They'd come out with the new DLC. I'd go to Best Buy. I'd buy the $15 little thing. I'd go home and I'd type the code in and get my DLC in Steam. Not Steam.
Windows.
No,
Game
never
for
mind. It was a disc. I had like 8 fucking discs.
You know what? On topic of that, I lost those discs and I don't know where they went, and I'm very sorry.
How dare you?
Yeah.
I know you had those. I don't like
I-
to give a fuck. I
I-
own them all
I
on
do.
Steam. I own it all on Steam.
Yeah, same, but I still care, dude.
They
like,
actually got rid of the games for Windows Launcher like last year. Thank you.
I think it was last year. Yeah, for
Although
sure,
that
last year.
broke so many mods, so like at the same time, that kind of sucked.
Fuck yeah, that's true.
No, that's a big problem. I don't know if you've heard, but that's a big problem. Bethesda keeps updating like Skyrim and Oblivion and like Fallout 3 and like a bunch of old games, and they keep breaking mods that have been like they've been a mod for 6 years. They've never needed to go redo anything. They're not gonna probably. The mod author might have moved on completely. Or doing other things, they might not even do it anymore. And so like some of these mods, you're just never going to be able to play them again if you want to play on the most current patch.
That was a problem with
Unless
New
you wanna go
Vegas
deep
like 2 years
patch it.
ago. Yeah. I remember New Vegas surprisingly updated at some point. People were like, fuck, mods need to be updated. Thank God, Fallout New Vegas at that moment still had a really good modding scene. And this is Fallout 4 was already out. So they upped So thank God some stuff for Fallout New Vegas were able to update to being good. And I'm like, oh, thank God. But yeah, that is a problem with some Bethesda games. Bethesda, stop,
Stop updating your game.
stop. We're good. We're done. What are you gonna fix? A bug from 15 years ago? No, leave it. It's a feature. Well, we mentioned this earlier.
I can understand the Fallout 3 thing because they finally removed. They should have done it earlier, but they finally
Yeah.
removed games for Windows Live. Thank you.
Yeah,
Although I had a mod for that. You had to have a mod. You couldn't play the
yeah.
fucking game.
because
The
it would
game was
pop up with like,
broken.
do the thing, do the thing, do the thing.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So thank God they finally fixed the game because the game was unplayable for most people. that
No, it
didn't-
was.
didn't
It
know about
at some
mods.
point did become unplayable because even after Windows stopped doing, Microsoft stopped doing games for Windows Live, it would still was work. It would work fine for a while. It worked fine for a few years afterwards. But at some point, they shut down the services. You couldn't get a fucking fix for it. It required
Yeah.
you to go into Nexus, download a file that would pretend that you were connected. You'd have to replace a file, and it just worked after that. But the fact that you removed it is good. Sucks that all the mods broke.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a pain in the ass at some point. That's why I didn't play it until you told me, oh yeah, okay, now I can play it again. But thank God. You're going to have to do some wacky editing with the pit. The pit was scary for going back because we never talked about Fallout 3 the pit, and we'll be quick on
No,
this
we
one.
didn't.
The pit was scary. Really good DLC.
Yeah.
I think I went out of my way to complete it, like actually complete that DLC.
Yeah, it's a fun ass DLC.
Yeah, it was really cool to see the Pittsburgh just kind of all fucked up and just a gang is ruling it, and siding with the like free everyone was just kind of cool. I really liked that.
That was
Traveling
cool
across the
scenes.
bridge.
It yeah, that.
Yeah.
I also, goddamn, that fucking chainsaw weapon. It's not a chainsaw. It's like a rotating.
It's like
saw.
a rotating saw. Yeah.
That was cool.
Mm-hmm. Finding all the steel ingots was a pain in the ass, though. I
was a
was
pain.
looking.
I did
I
not
was looking
find
for all of
them.
those for
Never.
a while.
Definitely not.
I used the guide at some point.
Understandable.
Yeah.
No, it was cool.
But going back to New Vegas, I don't remember shit about Honest Hearts. I played very little of Dead Money, and it's cool, but also kind of you're Jace being into games like that. I haven't played any game like that as far as I'm aware. I just seen like 2 episodes of Danganronpa, and that's it. That's all my experience. I bet it's cool. I think playing it now rather than when I was younger, I would like it more now. I'd have to give Honest Hearts another try. Old World Blues, though, I remember people not liking it because of it being wacky, too wacky, and then people were like, actually, let's play it again. Oh, this actually fits within the Fallout world. It's actually pretty good. I like Old World Blues quite a lot. It is the best one in my opinion.
It's definitely the best one. It is good.
It was just the penis
Weapons
fingers.
were cool.
Yeah.
The,
Proto axe.
All the enemies were really cool. Going through the like scenarios in the schools were kind of fun to like unlock certain things. Like you had to go to the facilities and like do like the engagements or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a good time.
Yeah, Dr. Clanner or Morbius, I believe, being actually the good guy, if I remember correctly, was actually kind of interesting because he's just kind of a fucking weirdo, just out by himself. But you
get to talk to your own brain.
That's true, you do, and he fucking hates you apparently. He's
does.
like,
He's
you
like,
fucking filthy shit.
My voice is going.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to get a fucking water after this.
Ugh. Fallout 4. I feel like we've done New Vegas fairly well.
Yeah, New Vegas is great. Did we talk? What side quest did you like? Your favorite side quest, New Vegas, and we'll move on to 4. If there's any you remember.
I mean, there are plenty of. It's not really a side quest. I don't know. I mean, I guess it kind of is a side quest depending on the route you go, but I just really like the boomers. Boomers were fun to go do.
Yeah.
And go do things for the boomers and like learn about their history was cool. Like the way they have their history and they have like they walk you through they have like a mural.
In 2076.
Caveman painting mural of their history of their just yeah, we just found a shit ton of fucking guns and bombs, so we just set up and we just bomb everything that comes towards us. They're just like a secluded little nation. It's just
It
cool.
worked. It
It's
fucking
fun.
worked.
But for maybe lack of a side story, I'm gonna just give this quick little story. When I was a youngin, I remember getting the Game Informer for New Vegas. I was so fucking excited because I think that's how I knew, like, because it was less internet-y. I mean, we still had the internet, obviously.
Yeah, but it wasn't a lot of it to go around.
It was not as much of YouTube channels doing all these gaming newses, and like, it was just a little less more low key. And so like I found out about New Vegas through, I think, the Game Informer. And it was so exciting. Like they were like showing off all the new guns, and like it's like a whole like 5 or 6 page. They had like the big sized article story in the Game Informer. It was so exciting.
I bet.
Yeah, I was excited.
I mentioned this earlier. The Repcon one with I forget his name, but the really cool glowing one ghoul that's actually sane.
Jason, I think.
Jason
I
Bourne.
don't know if it's
I might.
Yeah,
I think it's
cool
Jason.
name.
Yeah, just his voice is really cool, and just the fact that it's just like we just want to leave. Yeah, I like that. I think that's my favorite one, when it comes to side quests. But yeah, there's a lot of good just quests. Vault 11, the one where it's like they voted and it turns out to sacrifice someone, but they didn't actually need to. Their choice was don't do that, and the computer would be like, "Hey, you did it. You didn't kill anyone. Congrats. Here's all this shit you could use." Was actually really cool. Fucked up story. Really interesting, and yeah, Fallout 4. Let's get into Fallout 4. You go.
I mean, Fallout 4 took another step in the less RPG direction and more FPS direction. I'd say, I think the Fallout 4 has the best combat.
Yeah, I think we can all say that.
But I do definitely miss the more of like the skill checks and like I need 60 perception, or not perception. I need 60 medicine. Like those skill checks from New Vegas were really fun. Like you still get the charisma check of just the yellow, green, red, whatever. But I liked all the more. I was sad of the lack of skill checks in New, and it makes me. I'm happy that they added them back into 76. So that makes me think maybe they will bring them into Fallout 5 or whatever they want to call it. The next Fallout. But I mean, Fallout 4 I think is definitely one of the games I have more hours in. It's definitely up there. Let's see, Fallout New Vegas, I have 277 hours.
Goddamn.
Fallout 3, I have 453 hours.
God, fuck, dude. Holy shit.
I've replayed Fallout 4 a lot.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
good
true.
fucking game.
New Vegas, I have 158. That being said, I was more on Xbox around that
That's true.
time,
You did
so I
play
put
a
a
lot
lot
of
of hours
Xbox.
on Xbox. My Xbox playthrough, I beat the game, so I reloaded the closest save before beating it. And then when I was like, you know what, I think I'll just kill everyone, and that's what I did. Yeah. Fallout 4, I have 425 hours.
Hey, right up there with
Yeah,
me.
yeah. It's the fact that I think what really helped it was the fact that it just plays better than the older
Yeah,
ones.
it just plays really smooth. The armor system, the crafting system, the gun modification, or I guess gun modification system is
Really
they
good.
better bring it into Fallout 5. I loved that. I mean, it's nice because like that's another thing about Bethesda games is they often will take popular mods and adapt them. Like Fallout New Vegas had, or Fallout 3 had a mod where you could customize your guns. You could add gun mods. And then New Vegas actually did that. And then there was mods that customized it even further, and then so they felt the need to do it some more. And like there's plenty of examples of that in both the Outer Scrolls and Fallout of them taking things and expanding them upon them because the modding scene did so. And I think that's really great.
I think the only disservice when it comes to that, which was, while it's great, the amount of weapon variety was very lacking. A lot of pipe weapons, And like, while that's cool, I would love to have a lot of variety on top of every gun, with that variety being able to be pretty customizable. Imagine if you can get the hunting rifle that you would get in 3 in New Vegas, but being able to modify it to maybe be an automatic rifle. Just a bunch of wacky. I think that would have been really good.
I think, it's kind of funny though. I think Fallout 4 had more base guns than at least Fallout 3, but it almost just feels like less. I guess maybe because it's released in a modern time and it just feels like there should be more.
Yeah.
But no, it definitely felt like a lack. Like, you have the 2 shotguns, you've got, and there's not like a normal assault rifle. No,
the assault rifle they have is
there was
very
I don't know what it's
clunky.
called.
I think
Yeah,
it's
there was
called
that
assault
weird-
rifle.
No, there was an assault rifle, and then there was the combat rifle, which I guess served more of your standard assault rifle role. No, the assault rifle was an LMG, and it was weird.
Yeah, that's honestly very weird gun. I've never used it.
No, it definitely, Fallout 4 definitely felt like did not have a lot of guns, and it suffered because of that. Great companions.
Yeah, I like
Dear
most of the
God.
companions, if anything.
Yeah, I haven't actually ever. I've beaten Fallout 4 a lot. I've had 450 hours. You know where I've never gone? You know what quest I've never done? I've never
Whose?
gone up the tower and met with the I think Strong.
Oh, Strong. Yeah, I've got them, which is
I've
interesting.
never actually gone there.
Yeah,
I know where it is. I get the radio signal. I've just never actually done it.
I mean, fair. It's a part of a quest as well, where you can go up there and then you meet Strong. But like, if you're not doing that quest, you got to go out of your way to go all the way up there. Everyone else is kind of like, oh, you
The
can stumble
flying
upon
pirate
them.
ship's cool.
Dude,
Speaking of quests,
that and the, what is it called? The fucking Brother to Steel airship.
the Quidwin.
The Pridwin. Dude, doing that pirate ship was actually really funny. Where it's like, it's here, okay, we get it, blasting off, it crashes into a building. But playing Fallout, a quick tangent. My favorite thing that when Fallout 4 was announced, it wasn't even out. We were at prom, and I was go up to say hello, Fallout 4. Fallout 4, and we shook hands. Fallout 4. That was the stupidest thing I ever did, but it was, it's a fond memory I have. But Fallout 4 coming out, and really, the way they did the whole thing with Fallout 4 being announced and then released just a bit afterwards, best. Because it was like, it's the best.
Todd Howard said in an interview, he said if he could, he would maybe put 2 or 3 weeks between announcement and release. He said they won't allow me to do that. But he's like, if that, he's like, I love doing it like that. He's like, if I could, it'd literally be like a month.
Because it's so like, here's an announcement, here's information of the game. They're throwing it at you pretty fucking frequently because of when the release date is. So you're like, oh fuck, this is actually pretty cool that we're all getting it really fast. Game drops, and then you play the game, and it's all fresh in your fucking head. Starfield,
yeah, I mean,
we learned about that, but it's like, that's gonna come out later in the year. I wish we weren't told about all that stuff right away.
It'll never feel as good to know it like way back when. Like, it's like Hightail almost. Like,
Yeah.
would I have preferred maybe to not even know about Hightail until 2023 or something, and then they announce it, and then it's coming out in 2024 or something like that? It might have been more fun. Because then you get to a point where if you take too long, and a lot of games have a problem with being pushed back nowadays. If you take too long, hype can die out. I don't, Hightail is a little of a not an outlier. I'd say an outlier because I don't think the hype will ever really die down. I think the hype will come right back up when it gets re-announced. I guess new big trailer and announcement and release date and everything. But yeah, it definitely feels a lot better when they did that with Fallout 4. And then also you got Fallout Shelter the night of the announcement. So that was pretty fun.
Yeah, straight up.
I played that right away. That was cool.
I sucked at that game for some reason.
that game's-
Every time I
that game-
tried to play it, I would do decent when I was starting off. But then for some reason, it'd come back, everything's just ruined. People are dead. I'm like, I was only gone for a few hours. What happened? I'm hoping that was a bug at some point. I'm not wanting to try it again.
Favorite companion?
Ooh, it's either Piper or Curie. Curie out of robot and becoming synth. Fuck, I don't know. They're both. I like them both. Because I like how Piper would call you Blue, because I think that's really just adorable. But I also like Curie because the accent. That's really it, dude.
Jace was like, Jace got Curie, and she was like, "What the fuck is wrong with these developers?" Once she got Curie to become a female, and I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "She's not even cute." She's like, has this cute ass accent.
There were mods to fix that.
But like her base character looks like fugly. She said she was like,
I mean,
she was,
like,
not a fan. And I'm like,
it's
yeah,
plain.
kinda.
It's pretty plain.
No, it's a pretty plain Jane model.
To me, it was just the accent. I really liked just the
There's
accent.
mods to fix that.
Yeah, and just Curie added cutesy, and I liked that. I think that was adorable. But I think I might like Piper more, just because of your first time playing. Meeting Piper was kind of natural.
No,
because you go
Piper's
into Diamond
definitely
City.
a well-ass done
Yeah,
companions.
a strong female character who don't need no man.
Say my favorite companions. God, I forget how many companions there are.
I can
just
probably
wanted to
name
bring
them
up
off
the
the top
list
of my
real
head.
quick. You want to give it a try?
So obviously meet Piper. There's Kate, Curie, Strong, Dance, Preston. Another settlement needs your help. Are we just doing base game?
Let's just do base game for now.
Base game. Okay, so I'm really thinking here. I really gotta go. I gotta go through my memory.
You're
palace
missing
here.
7.
I'm missing 7.
There's so many in the
Holy
base game.
fuck! Okay, holy shit! And I thought because the ones I've messed with are the ones you tend to find really easily.
No,
and there's also no. Hold on. There's Nick. Nick, I love Nick. How could I forget Nick?
Yeah,
So
Nick's my favorite companion.
Fuck, dude, you fucked me up the moment you said I was missing 7.
My second favorite companion's
Holy shit.
Hancock.
Oh, Hancock, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Hancock and McCready.
Yeah, there you go. All right, now you're missing. Now you're missing 3.
3.
I was.
Are
I
these
said
not-
4.
are these
It would have been
non-humanoid?
4, but you had said strong before. You didn't say strong right then, but I'm gonna give you strong because you said strong earlier.
Yeah, strong.
Let's see. 2 of them are non-humanoid. 2
Get
of
dog
them
meat.
are. Oh, I mean, actually, yeah, dog meat's one of them. Codsworth.
Oh God, I leave him at the
I know.
fucking
I
settlement.
forget about. I never taken Codsworth.
Codsworth.
Deacon
And Deacon.
and
Yeah. Go on.
X688. Everybody's
Oh,
favorite
isn't
companion.
isn't he the courser or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah,
fucking
he's the
don't give it-
courser.
Fuck that guy.
No,
Fuck
yeah.
him. Yeah, there are a lot of companions, and fuck, I forgot.
Think you got the Far Harbor one?
I think there's only 2 that I can really
one.
remember. Oh, it's okay. It's 1. It's the old man. I forget his name, but he's the sailor.
Literally named Old Longfellow.
Yeah, old Longfellow. I was like, it's old something. And then I think there's also one in the Nuka World one where he's a raider. I
Yeah,
forget
there's
his
one
name.
for Automatron and Nuka World.
Oh yeah, I forget the name of the Nuka World and the Automatron one.
There's Ada for Automatron. I never really liked Ada.
I never cared for her.
And Porter Gauge, which I never
Yeah.
took for Nuka World.
Yeah, I didn't like Nuka World that much because I didn't care about doing anything raider wise because raiders are the enemy essentially. It's cool
Nuka
to
World was like it was like one of my favorite DLCs, honestly, of all time. At the same time, like at the same time, one of my least favorite because like, yeah, I like going a good karma run usually. I don't really do the bad karma runs because I always feel bad.
Yeah, same.
And so I don't do the raider thing. So for me, all I can do for the main story of the DLC, and you know this, is just kill everybody.
Yeah.
And there are some really good side quests, and there's lots of really fun. Like I love the world of Nuka-Cola. Is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, like worlds we've been to in a DLC. Like play spaces, like it's really, really cool. Yeah, you get like the gator claws, like all the different parks. There's like the cult. There's like the space cult. There's so many. There's the haunted house. That's actually really kind of fun to go through. There's a whole bunch of like really cool stuff. But yeah, it just wasn't that great as far as story for someone who's not. I'll have to do a bad karma run one day. Because yeah, the characters were actually kind of cool. It seemed like there was the 3 different gangs, and they were all different. And they actually had some fun casts to talk to. But yeah, you never really did. I also never did the. Did you ever do the cap goggle thing?
No.
You put on the little. There's the cappy glasses. You put them on. You got to go find all the cappies around the park.
No, I never did that one.
I
remember about it. I never did
wear
it.
the glasses. Yeah, I never did it. I got a couple, but I never did it. I'd always just wear the glasses though, because they're cool.
Yeah. My favorite of those DLCs is Far Harbor.
Yeah, Far Harbor's great.
Yeah, just because it's like
Far Harbor
they took
one of the best DLCs in Fallout, I think. Personally.
Yeah, it's up there, honestly. It took Point Lookout. They made it better, in my opinion. I like Point Lookout, but it's kind of bland and boring today. Whilst a few things interesting. Getting high was cool. Meeting the ghoul on top of the mansion was cool. But there's not much that I really cared about in Point Lookout, ultimately. The weirdest enemies are the hillbillies that will fucking shoot you. Those freak me out. Other than that, I think Far Harbor, modern, cool. I like it. The fog actually kind of damaging you with radiation was just kind of cool. It was a cool just gimmick, personally.
Yeah.
The Children of Adam having a fucking submarine in there, that shit was wild to me. Getting high again.
The submarine, like the interior design, the way it looks, the lighting, it's just really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of like some 80s
Don't jump
movie.
down. Don't jump into that water below it. You'll die.
Fuck
Hmm?
the hermit crab car.
Oh,
Shit scared the absolute shit out of me the first
oh my
time.
fuck! Yeah, I forgot about that thing. It's fucking hilarious
There's a
as an
couple of
enemy.
them. There's plenty of
They're
them.
in 76, if I remember correctly.
I think I heard.
Yeah.
My favorite quest, I think, from that is the like murder mystery with the robots.
I loved that one. That was really
That
good.
one's cool. That
Yeah.
one's really cool. Yeah, like the red paint, like there's like all these different clues.
It was
I guess
really
it was
goofy.
basically Clue.
yeah, actually, but there was a person to find out who it was.
Yeah, it was a really fun. That was a good. Yeah, Far Harbor was great.
Yeah.
Automatron was cool. It was cool. It was a cool throwback to Fallout 3. It was cool that you got to like see.
The Mechanist.
I guess it's just not my favorite. Like it adds some cool like things to the world. Like having it around. Like I beat it once. I've never beat it again. But it's cool to have the automatrons like patrolling, and there's a few more areas you could go do.
Yeah.
But like I really like when you get to go to a new place. That's like my
would have
favorite thing
preferred
about
that
DLCs
with
for
Fallout, to be
and
honest.
Bethesda games is like you get to go to a new place, and new locations, new characters. Like and you know, you had some new characters, but it was basically just Ada and like the Mechanist and the other one, and yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, honestly, the fact that they brought the Mechanist back was really funny to me, because it's like that's some throwaway fucking quest line in 3, where it's like the antagonizer, which is leader of ants, and then the Mechanist. It's like you can either side with the antagonizer.
Quest. That was a great quest.
It is a great quest, but it's like you could just not have come across it if you don't go in that area, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But it seems like a lot of people did do that quest. They're like, we're bringing it back.
Yeah, people love that quest.
Honestly, it's a fun quest. It's just kind of funny how like we're bringing the Mechanist back. Fallout I think 4 might be my favorite Fallout, considering like I love New Vegas, but 4, it released and hit at such a moment in my life where it's like, oh my fucking god, there's a lot to do. The whole thing with the Minutemen, I really like the Minutemen out of all the factions. They're my favorite. Kind of honestly because I'm morally just, I would like to say, a good person. Uh, so the fact that it's just a faction that was like, we're just trying to unite everyone together under one banner. It's kind of like the NCR, though NCR being corrupt because it is just
Yeah,
the
it's
government. It's big government. The Minutemen are just a militia essentially. They govern themselves as best as they can, and it's just trying to unite people to be the best they can. And I love
Yeah,
that.
and you get the story of you're rebuilding the Minutemen from basically nothing, from just Garvey.
Yeah,
And I think that's really fun. And yeah, like Fallout 4, it had its problems with the story. I think it's not that the story, like the setup was bad. Like I think the whole like everything with the Institute and I think that was all really cool stuff to touch on with the synths and the railroad and the Brotherhood coming in to do their own thing. Like I think it was all cool. I don't like the endings as much. Like I guess
yeah,
I do wish there was maybe like, especially as someone who likes to take high charisma like every playthrough, I wish there was like more of a like I always wanted to make the Institute good. Like I wanted to come in and be like, "Hey, like let's realize that we're like you guys are kind of enslaving synths and like I'd rather just like I wanted to come in and show the Institute that maybe they were under the wrong leadership and they were doing the wrong things, but like still forward the Institute because the Institute, were doing good things at the same time.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I always just wanted a peaceful option. Like I know that's just not how it went because nobody wanted peace, but like I was the head guy at the Institute. Damn it!
Yeah.
At a certain point, so why
Peace
couldn't
was
I
never an
just do that?
option.
um,
That's one reason why I haven't actually beaten it, because it's like I don't care for the story. I don't like the resolution enough to the point where it's like, why bother? I'll do everything else.
and now that I've played all the endings, I think my favorite ending is probably I think the Minutemen Railroad combo. I think that's the best ending.
Yeah, it is.
But
I
once
would
again,
say it
like
is
I
the
wish
best.
I didn't have to blow up the Institute. Like I wish there was a way that like every option is nuclear.
Yeah,
Every option is completely annihilate the enemy faction. Whereas like yes, these scientists were definitely led astray and they weren't the best people with the way they treated the synths. Like I think I think it was one of those things like once the synths were becoming sentient and doing things, like I think they should have realized they were like, okay, maybe we shouldn't do this. Um, I wish there was better outcomes. That's all I gotta say. But no, Fallout 4 is definitely, like you said, it's probably my favorite Fallout. New Vegas is still like maybe the best as far as a Fallout game. But Fallout 4, like, yeah, I know I've heard that before. Is Fallout 4 is not the best Fallout game. It's just a really fucking good game.
yeah.
Like, if I could, and that's why I'm very excited. And thank you, modders. Like, you're the best people ever.
Oh
for
yeah,
Fallout 4 New Vegas.
yeah.
Because that will be like probably my go-to Fallout game. If I could just
God.
play New Vegas with Fallout 4's engine and modding and weapons and that'd be so good. And the fact that people are also working on Fallout 3, 4. Oh my
Oh
god,
yeah.
you can fully go play the entire voice acted and everything. The entire your favorite DLC, Point Lookout, is playable for Fallout 4 now. I don't know if you knew this.
I didn't actually. That's pretty
The
cool.
entire DLC, every quest, every item, every location, perfectly done. You can go play it right now. And they're
Okay.
well on their way. They're well on their way making the entire game. But
That's
they're like,
exciting.
we wanted to like put something out and like show you guys we're really serious, and they did. And they're also behind most of the really good like Fallout 3 weapon mod ports. Like if you want to go
Oh,
get the DKS, like they're the people who made that. Um, and so there's plenty of good. They're putting out weapon mods and ghoul mods and all sorts of things. They can get the Fallout 3 super mutants in Fallout 4, which I always do. Um,
Fallout 3 Super Mutants?
yeah, well, like they're just like a different like the look. They're a little like
Oh.
darker green.
Oh,
They're
okay,
not
I
as
see.
washed out green. They like wear little different things.
Hmm.
Um, so that's really fun.
I'm sad
Although
Nightkin were never a thing in 4. I think seeing Nightkin in 4 would have been terrifying.
I think it makes sense because they're very much
West Coast.
yeah, like they were just that one experiment in the West Coast. So I'm sure we could see a Nightkin in Fallout 4. Like maybe one just wandered all the way over there. Like it happens. But um, it was cool to see some returning characters in Fallout 4 for sure. Like oh god, Dr. Lee.
I don't remember. I
Dr.
know
Lee, I think
McCready
Dr. Lee. Yeah,
is
it was
one of
Dr.
them.
Lee. She was in Rivet City. She was helping with Project Purity, I think, and then she ends up working for the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 4. She's in charge of getting the Liberty, whatever Liberty
Oh, Liberty
Prime,
Prime, yeah.
going. But yeah,
Uh,
Fallout 4 is great.
oh yeah. McCready was someone that was in 3. They're
Yeah,
an adult now, and because they were in Little Lamplight in 3, they got kicked out because they're an adult. Paladin Dance, his age is kind of weird. Not Paladin Dance. It's I forget his name because I hate him. The leader of the Brotherhood of Steel in 4.
oh,
I forget.
Lion's Son,
Yeah, sure.
Elder Lion's Son.
Elder Maxon, I think.
Yeah.
I don't. His age is kind of weird because he was not. He's, as far as I'm aware, he would actually be a slightly older than what he is in 4. So where he is now kind of doesn't make sense. But I don't give a shit. I dropped something. Oopsies. My bad. But yeah. There's Fallout 76, but honestly, there's not much for me to say there besides it kind of released in a rough state, and it shouldn't really have released like that. It not having NPCs, I think, is cool, but also kind of a misstep. I'm glad there's NPCs
Yeah.
now. I need to give it a proper try again, which I have
I mean, yeah,
kind
I've heard
of. But yeah.
it's still going well. It's still
Oh, yeah.
making money for them, and there's still plenty. It's one of the top games on Game Pass that's played consistently for years. So they're doing good things. It's just I just never cared. I never really wanted a Fallout MMO. Like, it's cool.
I want
I
Fallout
think
co-op.
the biggest, yeah, exactly. I think the biggest thing for me is I hate that. One, yeah, there's lack of NPCs, and obviously there are patches that have added NPCs, and the main story has NPCs or part of the main story. I just really wish, because me and Jace tried to give it a try. I hate that you can't do any story. Like if I want to go talk to the story person, it's always inside an instance, and
Yeah.
then when you go in there, you can't. Like I have to go in there to complete my quest, and she has to go in there to complete her quest. We can't go in there together.
That's the
and
same issue I have with Elder Scrolls, kind of. Elder
Yeah,
Scrolls
and
Online. Yeah.
And I get that there might be a limitation of like, hey, we don't want people who are randomly grouped up together fucking over the choices of someone. But like at least maybe give us the option. Say, hey, this is like a group I would like to do story with. Like I'm allowing them to make decisions on my behalf, maybe. That'd be nice at least. Just because, yeah, it sucks that every time I want to go do story stuff. And honestly, we didn't really care for the story either way, so I'm kind of just trying to
Yeah.
get through it. We have to go into a separate instance and go through all this dialogue, and we're not together. Like, if we were at least together, it made more fun. This kind of sucks. Yeah, Fallout 76 is cool. I like the world. Obviously, it's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's beautiful.
Oh, for sure.
Cool weapons, cool enemies. The mole men. It's definitely like if you just go through like like me and Sunshine did, and we just fucking mainly just explored all of the locations. It was a good time.
Oh yeah.
And even playing through with Jace, it's mostly been a good time playing through it again. I realize she has Game Pass again, so we can play it again.
If you do you have Ultimate?
I
Or
don't.
just don't. I was just say if you have
She does.
since you have Game Pass, since you're gonna go to Vegas, do some try the XCloud if you can. I'd say just try it because it wouldn't hurt you that much to just be like, okay, let me play a game on it. Single player, don't play multiplayer, especially or racing. Fuck that.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
Play Morrowind. That's not a bad one. But yeah, 76 is cool, but there was a few missteps here and there. Sorry, I was like fixing something to my side. There's a few missteps here and there. I think their latest, like the operations they added, I think, while cool, boring. I don't know if you know about those.
I know it's literally like one currently, and it takes like an hour or two to complete, and it was hyped up to be much of a bigger thing. I know they're a little bit like dungeons. They're supposed to be replayed.
Yeah, like daily once essentially. You got to fill up a thing. You fill it up. You go. You do the thing. Then you leave. Then you got to. It's daily dungeons you could do, and I was like, it's boring. It would have been cool if it was a location that you could go to, and actually be there.
Yeah, it's like I just don't think it'll ever be for us because that's the problem. Is like it's like an end game thing to an MMORPG, which is what it is basically.
Yeah.
But we just don't want to play it as an MMORPG. I don't care for an end game grind in my Fallout.
That's the exact opposite thing that makes Outer Scrolls pretty good, because it's like new shit gets added. Yeah, you can do the dungeons, but there's enough there already because that's how the game came out, to make it a really just decent MMO, and also a really good single player story to just play if you wanted to. I never really felt like I couldn't handle something unless it was a world boss, that I couldn't really handle a thing like on my own. I pretty reasonably could. Fallout 76 is a bit different, sadly. Maybe give it a shot sometime this year or next year, but yeah, Fallout 4 is great though.
Fallout 4 is
fantastic. Hopefully we hear at least they're on pre-production for the new Fallout game. That'd be pretty good.
I'm hoping. Oh my god. I mean, here's the thing with Microsoft owning it. I mean, they get to make the decisions, and it doesn't have to be Obsidian. It could be any other game company. They could fucking throw whoever they would like on it if they
343. Like. No. I would hate that immediately, I feel like. God. Here's a competitive shooter Fallout.
Well, it's like, here's the thing. Assumingly, if they lent out Fallout, it would probably... The one thing I have faith in Fallout, here's the problem. As long as the writers are good, they're going to be restricted because, assumingly, just like Fallout New Vegas, if they lent it out, it would be on the creation engine.
Oh no.
And using a lot of the assets, so it would still probably feel like a Fallout game. Mm-hmm. I don't have a doubt in the world, they'd probably still do a good. The question is, can the studio that they're asking to do it provide the same humor and writing that Fallout's known for?
Yeah,
that's the thing. And obviously, Obsidian did that very well.
Yeah,
New Vegas is top tier with their writing and everything. It's fantastic, and the quests, and
Mr. Fisto assumed the position. You really just repaired a sex robot.
It's a good time.
Both big Fallout fans. This was fucking 3 hours of talking about. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Hopefully we hear about at least pre-production for the next Fallout game. That'd be great. I don't care if I'm 39. If the next one comes out, I'll still be a fan.
I'm just excited. I will say though, at the end of the day, I am just excited to get another, because whether it's Fallout, whether it's Obsidian, whether it's Fallout or Elder Scrolls, I know it's going to satisfy a Bethesda RPG for me, so I'm just hoping Starfield can do that as well. And I'm very excited, because here's the thing, at the end of the day, it's another creation game. So the modding is going to be so good. I am so ready to do a full Star Wars overhaul. There's no way. No, there's going to be a Star Wars one. There's going to be a Warhammer one.
I was thinking Warhammer.
There's going to be Star Trek or something.
That'd be pretty cool to
go
see.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited for it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just big Bethesda fans generally. I love Skyrim. I love Oblivion. I like Morrowind.
Yeah.
We love Fallout 3, New Vegas, and 4. And we like 76. So yeah, we're just big Bethesda fans. And hopefully Starfield is good.
I'm
me and
really
Jason were
talking about this. Could you imagine? We were talking about, we talk about, what if a game, genre hopped? Or what if a game did, a franchise did a game in the style of this developer? Could you imagine a Legend of Zelda Bethesda RPG?
No, I can't actually.
But
that'd be really interesting.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
You're just a lad in Hyrule, or a lass. You're just a
in
person
prison.
in Hyrule. You're not anyone normal, and you just it's just a normal, it's like a Skyrim or Oblivion. There's a story. You have side quests you can go to, but it's just the world of Hyrule.
Yeah, it turns out you're a Link, and you never knew that.
You can go, maybe you can be a Gerudo or a Goron or a Hylian or a Zora. You can be any of that. Maybe you can create your character just like in a Skyrim. You can change different races. I want more things like Bethesda RPGs. I love Bethesda RPGs.
Bethesda has their style. They may not be perfect at their own style, but they do it really well. Because obviously every game releases with these features that can break. But yeah, they know how to do their style, not perfectly, but really well. And I feel like we just kind of need more of that in a lot of other games. I just wish IPs were just kind of open, with Warhammer being that random studio that's only developed 2 games in their life that were pixel side scrollers, they can develop a Warhammer game. I just wish a few more things were like that. Like Battlefield, we talked about that. That'd be cool as fuck to see more IPs be open and play similarly to a Battlefield game.
I love when IPs they genre hop and going back to Legend of Zelda, they lent out their IP to the music game people and
I heard that one was really good.
Yeah, I heard that's really good. It's totally a little different genre and it worked out really well, and I love that. I'd love to see just all sorts of different things, a horror Legend of Zelda game. I know we keep going to Legend of Zelda, but it's on my mind now. Just different IPs, different things made by different people would be cool. I think that's always fun.
Going to that. Imagine if there was a horror Halo game where you play as a lone marine having to fight the Flood. Imagine that. Think of it like Dead Space, but it's the Flood in Halo. I think that'd be really cool. Really fucking cool. I want to see a Bethesda RPG, maybe Fallout or Outer Scrolls, and it's a fucking platformer. 3D platformer. Do you remember that mod for Skyrim, by the way? Super Mario Bros. Skyrim?
I do. I indeed do.
The shit was wild. Bethesda RPGs are so moddable, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
And if you haven't played a Bethesda RPG, you should play Skyrim and or New Vegas or 4. I recommend 4 over New Vegas, though. 4 more modern. Do you want to end it off here?
Thank you. Any and all for watching. We do thoroughly appreciate it. I hope you're liking the podcast, the good old Ganja Galaxy. We're still figuring out our identity here, so hopefully we can entertain you while we do that. I have been a guy who smokes weed.
I thought you were going to show your platform as well. Okay, and I am Sunshine Mexico.
I guess if you want my platform, you're on it. Probably.
I guess that.
And then I also have a Twitch under the same name, so go do that.
Yeah, and I'm Sunshine Mexico on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Sunshine Mexico on Twitch, Sunshine Mexico on YouTube, Sunshine_Mexico on Twitter. Follow me there. You'll like my stuff there. Follow my friend Devin here. He's peak content creator.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Follow my friend Sunshine Mexico here. He's peak live streamer.
He paused for a minute there because he was going to say my actual name. I've noticed whenever you say Sunshine, you pause for a second. I appreciate the effort you're putting into this.
It's
I
actually
really do.
not that I almost say your name. It's that I just forget your name.
Wow, that's fucked
Makes
up.
sense. It's
That's
not
even
that
worse.
it's not that I'm about to say your real name. It's that I'm just like, wait, what is it? Sunshine. I'm just like,
I feel like maybe that's worse. I've had this username for years.
I'm in the moment.
No, that's fair. That's fair. There's been moments where I was like, should I say Devin or a guy who smokes weed? I'll just say Devin. And so there, yeah. I feel like I'm a little bit faster. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the podcast. You love our shit. Go follow us, support us. That'd be great. I'm enjoying this podcast. It's been fun to just talk about shit
if you
we
like
love.
us, then check out my channel because there is at least 2 videos and many more to come of us playing games.
Yeah. All right.
So.
Well, have a good night, everyone, or morning. Happy birthday.
Bye-bye.
I can't wave.